Hi guys, how are you? I hope you are fine. Welcome to my YouTube channel. At the start of the video we can see that there is a school, its name is Yanbei Middle School. It was one of the famous school in North for martial arts. The school has more than 50 teachers who hold E2 certificates and 5 teachers who hold E3 certificates. Every year, they send a large number of martial arts practitioners to major higher martial arts school. Here is a boy who is saying look that is, there was a rival of the person who was getting out from the car. His name was Shen Qian. There was a lady and a gent was saying to lady, I heard that Shen Qian is a sophomore in high school this year, but he still cannot get the basics of the military boxing. The lady replied to gent A, then he should be kicked out of the school long ago. The basics of military boxing is an examination that must be completed in the freshman year of junior high school. Gent replied to her because he is rich. Do not let him hear us. We cannot afford to mess with the Shen family. A boy was listening all the conversation between them. He said to Shen Qian, Shen Qian, do you want me to shut them up? Shen replied to him, it does not matter. I am so rich, and I can do whatever I want. Stop. Get him. Huh. There was boom between Shen Qian and a boy, Shen Haoshan. Security guard of Shen said to the man, asshole. Do not you have eyes? Qian said to his guard, it is. Okay. Catch that thief. Qian Shen said to the boy, you steal. How much did you steal? Do you want me to help you solve it? Boy replied to the Shen Qian, do not be complicit, do not show off your money. The boy said to the guards, move out of my way. Security guard said to Shen Qian, why do not we go and get that bastard back? Shen replied to his guard, no need. Transfer him 200,000 from my account. Later, security guard said to the Shen Qian, are you meddling in this matter again? Shen said, the old man has a lot of illegitimate children, and he does not raise them. No matter what, they are my nominal brothers and sisters, especially this Shen Haoshan. He even reduced to the point of stealing things to live. It is the shame of the Shen family. 2 years later Shen Qian was requesting to a man, hey, just do me a favor. Man replied to him, you are not suitable for practicing martial arts. You might as well go to an ordinary school. Why do you concentrate on going to a martial arts school? Shen was requesting, again to a boy, do me a favor, brother, last month, I finally learned the basics of military boxing. At least, I have made progress, have not I? There was Shen Haoshan saying to the boy, is not this Shen Qian, the eldest son of the Shen family? Oh, you never know what will happen in life. The boy said to the Haoshan, in the surprising way, you are Shen Haoshan. Shen Haoshan replied to Shen Qian, you spent 7 years to get basics of military boxing, and you have the courage to brag about it. What a shame for the Shen family. When you insulted me, did you ever think about this day? Former heir of the Shen family. Shen Qian replied to Haoshan, insult you? Really? Haoshan said to him, I do not have time to waste on you. Shen Qian while in angry mood said, huh. Shen Haoshan said to Shen Qian, here is a check for 100,000. Pick it up and go away like a dog. We are already in 2 different worlds, okay. He further said to Shen Qian, do not you even dare to talk back, how could the Shen family has such a shameless things like you? Security guard said to Shen Haoshan, you have been admitted to Zhengwu University. He is a useless person who cannot even get the qualification of being a return student at Yanbei Middle School. How can he compare with you? Shen Qian said to Haoshan, wait a minute, Shen. Haoshan replied to him, ha ha, you have something to say. Then Qian replied Shen Haoshan, no, I gave you 200,000 back then, and you still owe me 100,000. Shen Haoshan replied in anger to him, you. Shen Qian further said to Shen Haoshan, well, if you do not have that much money now, you can give me next time. I am reasonable person. Shen Haoshan fall down a check and said to Shen Qian, here is the rest 100,000. Take it and get out. Shen Qian replied to Shen Haoshan, okay, the inflation in recent years is severe, but I am a nice person. I am not charge you the interest. Buy do not see me off. Shen Haoshan replied, loser. The only thing he can do is to talk now. Shen Qian sat in the car and started thinking that sure enough, no matter how you act like you do not care, you cannot help being heartbroken. Driver of the car said to the Shen Qian, what happened? Young man, you were out from Yanbei Middle School. Are you also a warrior? Shen Qian replied to the driver, no, no, no. I have been practicing military boxing for 7 years. And I am only at the entry level. I do not even meet the minimum standard of a warrior. Driver replied to him, alas, it is really good to be a warrior. Unfortunately, I have no talent but to be a driver. There was news on the radio. A robbery and murder case has just occurred in Castle Peak Park. The murderer has a scar on his face. At present, he is taking hostages and fleeing outside. It is reported that murderer is a level 2 body refining warrior, who is injured and emotionally unstable. Please be careful, driver. While listening this news said, shit, level 2 body refining, these cops are really useless. Shen Qian also started thinking that, level 2 refining, Shen Qian started thinking that, the wanted criminal is a level 2 body refining warrior, which means that he was mastered more advanced martial arts than military boxing, much better than me. Driver said to Shen Qian, here we are. Shen Qian said to the driver, oh, how much is the fare? The driver said to Shen Qian, yo, the location is a little out of the way, but the house is good. He further said, I have nothing besides the house left by my mother before she died. Without martial arts I have no future, so I was abandoned by the family, and my father gives me a 1,000 yuan of living expenses at most every month. Shen Qian while opening the door said, now the heir of the Shen family has become Shen Haoshan. Oh, that boy used to be a loser. But he was enlightened out of no reason 2 years ago. After opening the door, Shen Qian saw the tables were turned. He also saw that there were footprints and someone broke into the house. Shen Qian said, I do not have much money left, and you still steal my money. I am not done with you. What the fuck? He saw the girl. He said she looks hot. Oh, what I am thinking. I need to run away now. God, it cannot be such a coincidence. I will call the police as soon as it is safe. Shen Qian saw a man in his house. Shen Qian thought that, damn, it really is the criminal on the radio. Criminal said to Shen Qian, stay where you are, or I will open 2 holes in your neck. Criminal beat Shen Qian and grabbed 200,000 check from him. Criminal said, with this money, I will have a way to get out of the city. Ahem, I did not accept that the wound on my body would be so serious that you, a guy who only knows the entry of military boxing, could damage my wound. Criminal further said to Shen Qian, I would not waste my time. I will tie you up first. These checks better be real, or I will kill you when I get back. Shen Qian said, that hurts. In this world I can do nothing. If I am not a warrior, when that guy comes back, he is gonna kill me. I do not want to die like this. Then suddenly top-up system activated. Shen Qian suddenly frightened by that system, and he inquired, who is it? Who is talking? There was answer from system. This system is a multidimensional top-up cultivating system, which gives the host the ability to cultivate on the basis of the principle of equivalence. Shen Qian said, system, the kind that often appears in novels. Where are you now? In my body. System replied to Shen Qian, exactly, the kind of the system you know of. This system has no entity and has been bound to the host soul. Shen Qian said, bound to my soul? Why did you suddenly come out? What is the origin of the system? System replied to him, the information is this system is missing and its origin is unknown. It can be traced back to the infant period of the host. Since that time, the system has been bound to the soul of the host. Shen Qian said to the system, how is that possible? Then why did not you activate until today? System replied to him, the system has been in a sleeping state due to the lack of the energy. Until the host began to practice martial arts, the system slowly absorbed enough energy to start. Shen Qian inquired to system, you mean, I have been on so many drugs, I have sweated so much, and I have been practicing for 7 years without any progress, all because you are sucking my energy? System replied to Shen Qian, correct. Although your talent is very average, no matter how bad it is, it will not take 7 years for you to get the entry level in military boxing. It is really my fault. Shen Qian inquired to system, you are not going to keep doing that, are you? System replied to Shen Qian, no, after the system is activated, it will not draw any energy from the host. Shen Qian inquired to system, that is good, now tell me, what are you capable of? System replied to Shen Qian, the system has two capabilities, the first is to top up, which converts the general equivalent of the host world, such as currency, gold and silver, into the virtual currency. The second ability is to cultivate, by top up the system upgrades the realm level for the skills that the host has mastered. Shen Qian inquired to system, there should be some restrictions on this ability, right? System replied to Shen Qian, first the host can top up by touching the relevant media, such as coins, money, bank cards, etc. Second, the skill being upgraded must be the skills that the host has already mastered, requiring at least the entry level. Shen Qian inquired to system, then take look at my current skills. System replied to Shen Qian, testing the skills that meet the standard, military boxing, current level, entry level. 10,000 yuan needed to upgrade to initial success, 100,000 is needed to upgrade to great success, and 1 million is needed to upgrade to perfection. Shen Qian said to system, the price is really, why did not you activate earlier? If it is 2 years ago, I can directly top up to perfection. Shen Qian said, however, it is not too late. Everyone knows that the young master of the Shen family is a waste who has no talent for practicing martial arts. Most people think that Shen Qian is just a playboy who eats and waits for death. Shen Qian think the conservation between gent and lady about him, that I have no any skill and I am rich and I can do anything. He said, therefore I can only pretend that I do not care and deceive myself. Shen Qian further thought that once he said to a guy that practicing martial arts is useless. They will have to work for me in the future anyway, and guy replied to me that, you are right. Shen Qian thought after that, I did struggle for martial arts unwillingly, what a silliness. Then Shen Qian thought that he inquired to a guy, what is going on? Then that replied to me that, I heard that Shen Haoshan suddenly became a martial arts genius. He made it to the perfection level of military boxing overnight, and now he is a level 1 body refining warrior. Shen Qian in anger mood said that, my father was ruthless and since he had a substitute, I was abandoned. Without hesitation, but with this system, I can. Then Shen Qian cut the rope with knife and turned the table. There was sound of crackle. Shen Qian said, that is great, huh? This sound, there was arrival of a man with a bag in his hand. Shen Qian said, it is too late to leave. That guy come back too fast. Fortunately, the bank card for living expenses is still here. Shen Qian said to the system, all convert into virtual currency and upgrade me to initial, know the great success realm. Then there was reply from system, successful top-up requires 9,300 yuan. Virtual currency level is not enough. Cannot be promoted to the realm of initial success. Shen Qian said, damn it. It needs another 700. Initial success of military boxing is useless. Although he is seriously injured, he is still a level 2 body refining warrior. Then he opened the drawer and said to the system, top up all of these change. System replied to him, successfully topped up 462. Shen Qian said in anger, I still need another 200, damn it. I do not have any money now. Where I can get it now? There was a girl lying on the sofa. System said to Shen Qian, rechargeable target found. Shen Qian inquired to the system, can I top up with other people? Money. System replied to Shen Qian, the general equivalent belonging to others needs direct contact for a certain period of time to convert into virtual money, which cannot be interrupted during the process, and the converting time is determined by the total value. Shen Qian, while touching to the girl, said, I should not care that much now. Sorry, girl, please have enough money. The girl, while sleeping, said, Shen Qian said, there is a button in the inner pocket. It is hard to unite it. There is no time to delay. System said to Shen Qian, found 314, non-host property transformation takes 1 minute. Then transformation starts 1%, 2%. Shen Qian said, phew, come on, hurry up. The man was returned at the same time and saw the condition that in Shen Qian was not there. He said, not bad. He can break free from bondage. He said to Shen Qian, get your ass here and do not think I cannot see. You hiding behind the couch. Shen Qian said, I thought he would not find me. And there was 90%, 0.91%, 0.92% conversion in virtual money. The man while watching to Shen Qian said, I underestimated you. You are so bold. There was completion of conversion and man said to Shen Qian, but now, go to hell. There was massage from the system, upgrade to initial success of military boxing. There was fight between man and Shen Qian. Message from the system that, with the completion of the transformation, military boxing has been upgraded to the realm of initial success. Shen Qian said, ha, I made it in time. The man said to Shen Qian, I never thought you were hiding your strength. Are you deliberately showing weakness to lower my vigilance, and then waiting for opportunity to escape? Shen Qian to him, you almost got me. Fortunately I was upgraded, otherwise, under the blow. Just now, I will lose at least half my life, but even now, I cannot beat this guy, even if he is injured. He is a level 2 body refining warrior. You are still wounded, or not you? It is not good for you to fight with me. You got the money anyway. The man replied to Shen Qian, you are very clever. When I was fleeing from the cops, I was seriously injured, barely able to act my full strength. Otherwise you would have died. Shen Qian replied to man, how about this? I will never call the police. Shen Qian said to him, do you think you are qualified to bargain with me? The man replied to Shen Qian, I talked to you for so long, because I wanted to borrow some time to suppress my injury. Otherwise if you run directly, I really cannot do anything. Shen Qian punched a man and said to him, go to hell. The man replied to Shen Qian, you are just at the initial success of military boxing. Garbage. Shen Qian replied to him, who says military boxing is useless? I have been practicing for a long time. The man replied to him, it seems that I have to show you what real martial arts are. There was flying punch from the man. Shen Qian was surprised. He said, what? The man has been disappeared. He replied from his back, you are too slow. There was huge punch from the man to Shen Qian, then Shen Qian fall down. The man said to him, damn, a small move could impact on my internal injuries. I could only use 30% of my strength. Shen Qian said, but fortunately I have got rid of this guy. There was message from the system. General equivalence with disputed ownership detected. When the host touches the currency, the ownership is returned to the host. Do you want to top up? Shen Qian said in surprise, top up. There was money in the bag of the man that continued to disappearing. The man said to Shen Qian, why is the money missing? Where is the money? The Shen Qian replied to the man, haha, of course I spent it. The man said to Shen Qian, give me my money back or I will kill you. Shen Qian replied to man, your money. This is my money. Ha, you said, give it back to me. The boy said to system top up, then system replied to him, the system prompts that the consumption of virtual currency is 100,000 yuan and the military boxing has been upgraded to the great success level. Then girl who was sleeping on the sofa get up and saw the fight between Shen Qian and the man was saying to Shen Qian, go to hell. She said to them, careful. The man said to Shen Qian, it is no use. With the speed of the military boxing, you cannot catch up at all. Shen Qian punched him and he said, how is that possible? Shen Qian said, this is the killing move of military boxing. And he further said to that man, let me tell you. You lose, because you do not have my money. The man falls down. Shen Qian said, with the top-up system, I defeated the first enemy warrior in my life. The girl said to Shen Qian, my name is Wu Qian. If you need my help in the future, just ask me. Shen Qian said to her, do you have any money? She said I. Shen Qian said to her, all right, if you do not have money, just get lost. There was sudden at Shen Qian by someone. She said to him, what happened to you? And he said to her, what is happening? This feeling. Shen Qian said shit, I feel like I cannot control myself. Shen Qian stand up and said to Wu Qian, did you just say, you can do anything to help me, right? There was voice that Shen Qian was saying to Wu Qian, not enough at all, I want more. And she was saying to Shen Qian, you want more? Shen Qian replied to her, never mind, get on with it. I cannot wait. Wu Qian said to Shen Qian, you have eaten more than 10 bowls of rice. Do you always eat so much? Shen Qian replied to her, I do not know what is going on. I suddenly felt so hungry just now. I cannot control my appetite at all. Wu Qian said to him, I thought you were going to do something to me. Turns out you wanted me to help you get food. Shen Qian said, I finally recovered. Wu Qian said, it is the first time I have seen someone so hungry. Shen Qian replied to her, actually, I normally cannot eat that much, forget it. I can finally get down to business. Shen Qian was sitting down near to the man. Wu Qian said to him, what are you gonna do? Shen Qian replied to her, get rid of the body, of course. Do you want to help? She said to him, I am going to wash the dishes. Shen Qian said that, according to the routine that every time a monster dies, it must drop treasure. This guy should drop something for me, he probably has no money. Please give me a set of martial books. While checking to the man, Shen Qian found something. Oh my god, there really are books. There was Book of Eagle Blood Hand in his hand, and he said, the secret book of body refining, Eagle Blood Hand, wonderful. Eagle Blood Hand can make that guy become a level 2 body refining warrior. It must be better than the military boxing. If I can cultivate to perfection. Level. System, evaluate this book. How much does it cost? The answer by the system was that, the host have not get to entry level of Eagle Blood Hand, and cannot be evaluated. Shen Qian said, the system is not smart at all. I will put it aside for the time being, and I will wait until I have money to get to the perfection level of military boxing. He further said, wait. System, what is the matter being so hungry? System replied to him, if you use this system to cultivate, you can omit the cultivation time. But you cannot omit the energy consumption. The host feels hungry because of the system extracts the energy in the host to break through the military boxing. Shen Qian replied to system, sure enough. It is like this. Cultivating martial arts needs to consume a lot of energy. Under normal circumstances, it depends on the accumulation of time to grow step by step. But I got to great success level in a very short time. That is why my energy was sucked dry. He further said, this is just the most common military boxing, and I will really kill people if it is a higher level skill. In the future, I must take it easy and do it slowly, or my body will be in danger. Shen Qian inquired to the system, tell me, if I upgrade the military boxing to the perfection level now, what will be the consequences? System replied to him, it takes 1 million yuan to upgrade the military boxing to perfection, and the host has 100,076 yuan of virtual currency. Balance is insufficient. Shen Qian said to system, you do not have to care if I have enough money. I ask you what the consequences will be. The system replied, the system cannot predict the consequences of something that is not yet happened, however it can remind the host that if the energy is not enough, the host will die of exhaustion in the process of breakthrough. Shen Qian think that, sure enough, it is too dangerous. In the future, if I want to top up, I need to prepare some high energy food, such as elixir or something. Money, I am still short of money. Cultivation needs money, elixir needs money. I am so poor. Shen Qian began to thinking that, what is the best way to dispose of this guy body? If someone sees me, I will be in trouble. There was police outside the house. That was announcement from outside, do not move. Wu Qian said to him, Shen Qian, what happened? Shen Qian up his hands in the front of police, and police said to him, there is a conspirator here. While watching toward Wu Qian said to police, take her too. Shen Qian and Wu Qian stood up in the front of a police investigator. He said to them, the matter has been clearly investigated. The organization highly appreciated and affirmed your behavior of subduing the criminal, and believed that it fully promoted the spirit of brave young people in the new era. Shen Qian said to police investigator, so I am okay to leave. Police investigator said to Shen Qian, you are acting bravely for a just cause and helping the police to subdue the criminal. Not only will you be all right, but the organization also plans to give you some rewards. We have decided to award you the title of honorary citizen and a prize of 10,000 yuan. If you are okay with it, just sign it. Shen Qian replied to police investigator, of course I am not okay with it. The police investigator shocked at that moment. Shen Qian said to police investigator, "You do not know how dangerous the situation was at that time. The criminal threatened me to kill the hostage. I had a tough battle with the criminal. It was so dangerous and urgent. If there was a slight mistake, I would die. I am not exaggerating. He was completely crazy. He was so crazy. He said he was going to kill the whole neighborhood with him." Police investigator said to him, "Is that so?" Shen Qian, while hold the hand of police investigator, said to him, "Officer, in fact, my personal safety does not matter, but I was concerned about the people of the world. So all of a sudden I had a breakthrough in cultivation, and finally defeated this extremely evil gangster. So, I do not care if I am an honorary citizen or not. May you give me more banyus." Police investigator said to him, "Ha ha, what you said makes sense. Then I will report it to the top. This is a troublesome guy." Police investigator said to Wu Qian, "This little girl looks cute, and she looks like a good child. Little girl, it is our mistake to put you in danger. We are so sorry." Wu Qian replied to him, "No, no, really, do not apologize to me." Police investigator said to her, "Of course we should apologize. If you need our help, just tell us." Wu Qian replied to police investigator, "Why do not give me more bonus? I do not need anything else." While walking outside the station, Shen Qian said to Wu Qian, "I was given a bonus of just 50,000 yuan. They are really stingy. Did not you get a bonus of 10,000 yuan? Why are you still following me?" Wu Qian said to Shen Qian, "Did you take 300 yuan from me and return it to me?" Shen Qian in anger mood said to her, "I saved your life. Do you have to be so stingy?" Wu Qian said to him, "That is totally different. It is hard for me to make money." There was ringing of phone bell of Shen Qian. He was talking to Wang. He was saying to him, "What can I do for you?" Wang replied to Shen Qian, "Shen, I heard that you are short of money now. Listen to my advice. You should bow your head in the front of Haoshan." Shen Qian replied to him, "Thank you for your concern. I am good." Wang said to Shen, "This is for your own good. Haoshan will hold a party tomorrow. You can say a few words to him. Maybe he will be nice to you in the future. This is an opportunity. I remember your kindness to me. So, Shen, I also hope you do not be stubborn any more." Shen Qian replied to Wang, "No need. If you are friends with Shen Haoshan, you do not have to come to me to say this again." Wang replied to Shen Qian, "Be smart." Then Shen Qian cut off the phone. Wu Qian asked to Shen Qian, "Is that your friend?" Shen Qian replied to her, "He was my friend." Wu Qian began thinking that he was your friend. Shen Qian said to her, "Do not you want money? I have a job here. It is easy to make a lot of money. Will you take it?" Wu Qian asked to Shen, "What are you doing? I told you I would not do anything illegal." Shen said to her, "What are you thinking about? Just want to get some money from him." On the other day, Wu Qian was waiting for Shen Qian. Wu Qian was saying that I would not let to me, will he? Shen Qian came there and said to her, "You came so early." She replied to him, "You are late." Shen Qian said, sorry. She said to Shen Qian, "Forget about this. Where is the working place you said?" Shen replied to her, "Here it is." Wu Qian said to him, "Wait, you are not talking about that place, right?" Shen Qian said to Wu Qian, "To tell you a secret, in fact, I am a rich second generation. I am just coming back to inherit the family property." She asked to him, "Which rich second generation is as stingy as you?" Shen Qian said to Wu Qian, "Believe it or not. Are you coming or not?" Wu Qian said to him, "Wait for me." On the other hand, in the Shen villa, there was a party arranged by Shen Haoshan. People were drinking and saying to each other, "What do you think Shen Haoshan wants to do with this party? That goes without saying. I heard that he is level 3 body refining warrior. He wants to take this chance to establish prestige. I thought he used to be a loser. How did he suddenly become a genius?" Then there was arrival of Miss Liang. Security guard said to Miss Liang, "Master Haoshan waiting for you." Security guard was thinking about Miss Liang that she is so arrogant. She is lucky that Howden likes her. On the other hand, Wu Qian and Shen Qian were also trying to enter in the party. Shen Qian said to Wu Qian, "See that security guard, do what I say later." She said to Shen, "Are not you the rich second generation here? Cannot you just go in? Why do you need my help?" Shen replied to her, 500 more salary. Wu Qian said, "I am on it." A security guard said to other guard, "Time is up, and everyone should be here." Wu Qian said to security guard, "Hey, wait a minute. My little white puppy just ran in." Wu Qian came near to security guard. Security guard said to Wu Qian, "Little white puppy." Wu Qian replied to him, "It is a puppy about this size. I saw it go in just now." Security said to Wu Qian, "What? We do not have your dog here. Get out of the way." Wu Qian said to security guard, "I do not care. My little white puppy is lost. And I am not finished with you. Come on, let me in." Security guard said to her, "I said it is not here. Though not you see what place this is. Get lost or you will be in trouble." On the other hand, Shen Qian entered in the party. And he was thinking that, have not been back here for a long time. He was hearing that people were saying to each other that, "I heard that Shen Haoshan, the heir of the Shi family, is a martial arts genius. The heir used to be Shen Qian, right? I wonder he went. Who knows, maybe he got kicked out of the house." Shen Qian was very sad by hearing that words of the people and said, "Salt on the wound." On the other hand, there was announcement that Shen Haoshan is here. Shen Haodan was saying on the speaker that, "Welcome to my party today. Those who are here today will be the friends of the Shen family in the future." On the other hand, people were talking and saying to each other that, "I heard that Shen Haoshan is particularly overbearing. If we do not come here today, he will defiantly do something bad to us in the future. He just wants us to take his side." Shen Haodan was speaking on the speaker that, "I invite you here today because I am admitted into Zhengwu University. All of you here are form prestigious family. I believe there will be opportunities for cooperation in the future. In addition, there is another news. Shen Group is about to reach a cooperative relationship with Liang Group. Miss Liang Ming, we will be partner in the future." People were very surprised by hearing that news and began saying that, is the Shen family and Liang family going to cooperative? No wonder Miss Liang is here. My god, this is big news. Shen Haoshan called Miss Liang on speaker. A guy that was along the Miss Liang said to her, "Miss, this is the order form. The Mr. Liang, you have to say something." Miss Liang said, "I know." Then suddenly there was voice that, "Shen Haoshan, I finally found you." Haodan said, "Who is it?" Shen Haodan watched toward Shen Qian and said, "It's you." Miss Liang said, "That is Shen Qian." Shen Qian said to Haoshan, "Brother, help me." People were very surprised by watching Shen Qian there and began saying to each other, "Is that Shen Qian? Did not he get kicked out? This is their family business. Let's just watch the show." Shen Qian said to Haodan, "Hey, brother, you did not know how miserable your brother has been recently." Shen Haoshan came in anger and asked to Shen Qian, "Who let you in?" He gave the order to security guards to get Shen Qian. Security guards began running toward Shen Qian in order to catch him. Shen Qian said to his brother, "You have no conscience." A security guard said to other guards, "You guys go around there. Do not let him get away." Shen Qian was saying to his brother, "I was wrong about you. So you are disloyal." Shen Haoshan said to Shen Qian, "Are you really the kind of person who bites the hand that feeds him and hides sword in his smile? Who dares to be friend with you?" Shen Haoshan was thinking that Shen Qian was doing all of these thing on purpose. He said to his security guards, "That is enough." Security guards stopped chasing Shen Qian. Haoshan said to Shen Qian, "What do you want?" Shen Qian said to guards, "Do you hear me? Do not chase me. I am so tired." He said to Shen Haoshan, "Brother, I knew I was right about you. I had helped raise you. You would not leave me to die." Shen Haoshan came in anger and said to his brother, "Do not beat around the bush. Say it. What do you want?" Shen Qian replied to his brother, "Here is the thing. Brother, I am short of money now. I do not have money for food. And I have some debts recently. The debt collector said that if I did not pay back the money, he would break my leg. Brother, I used to love you so much. Is it your turn to repay my kindness?" Shen Haodan asked to him, "How much?" Shen Qian became very happy, replied to Haodan, "I knew you would help me. You are such a generous person. Wonderful. It's a big amount of money. You just need to give me 2 million, is that okay?" Shen Haodan was very surprised by hearing such a big amount and began thinking that, damn, if it were not for so many people here, I would like to cripple this guy. He knew that I dare not embarrass him too much for the sake of Shen family reputation. Shen Haoshan said to his brother, I am sorry you have to see this. I have been concentrating on practicing martial arts and taking care of the family property. It is my fault that I have neglected the upbringing of my family members. Shen Qian, I will give you 500,000 yuan in front of everyone today. The money should be enough for you to live in place for a few years. Shen Qian said to Haoshan, only 500,000. You are getting more and more stingy. Haoshan replied to him, take it or not, I do not care. He fall the check down. Shen Qian came in anger, said to Haoshan, brother, what is wrong with you? You really cannot hold anything steadily. I know you have not received any education since you were a child, but even if you suddenly get rich, you have to be restrained. Look at your weak body. How do you throw away such a thing as a check? Shen Haoshan replied to him, just pick it up. I hope you will continue to be idle. Go find a good job. The Shen family cannot always support a loser. Shen Haoshan used his power and Shen Qian fall down. Qian began thinking that, is this the burst of strength? He is indeed a level 3 body refining warrior. What great strength. If I were the old me, I am afraid I would just fall down. Shen Qian said to Haoshan, brother, it's only 500,000 yuan, and you broke such a big table. Are you going to kill me? Shen Haodan replied to Shen Qian, I am kidding. I just want to give you a message, because your body is so weak. Shen Qian said, this is one strong message. Shen Haoshan said to Shen Qian, now that you got the money, will you go? I have something to do. Shen Qian replied to him, I will go now. No need to see me off. Thank you. Then a guy came near to Haoshan, young master, this guy always comes to you for money, do you want us to? Shen Haodan replied to him, do not worry about him. Go and clean up the broken table. The party is not yet over. Guy said, yes boss. Shen Haoshan was thinking that, idiot, Shen Qian think my money is so easy to get, I beat you just now. And the energy goes straight to your heart, which will hurt your core. In the future, you cannot even do any heavy exercise. I made you a big loser, and I only need to pay 500,000 for that. How cheap. Shen Qian was thinking that, such a vicious guy, I was almost hurt by him. And he also said that, the acting just now is not bad. It should not expose the fact that I am at the great success level of military boxing. Such a sudden improvement is bound to arouse his suspicion. It is just level 3 body refining. When my money is in place, I will kill him with one blow. Wu Qian asked to Shen Qian, hey, did you get the money? I am freezing. I thought you were going to default on wages. Shen Qian replied to her, do I look like that kind of person? Here your salary of 1,000 yuan. Wu Kane was very surprised and asked to Shen Qian, wow, are you really a rich second generation? So generous. Shen Qian said to her, the real rich second generation is not like me. Wu Qian said to Shen, by the way, you owe my 314 yuan. Shen Qian said to Wu Qian, did not I just give you 1,000? I will call you stingy in the future. Wu Qian replied to him, no, this is the money for the job. And that is the money for the job. And that is the money you took from me without my permission. You cannot mix these up. Whatever you call me, you still have to pay back the money. Wait, did not you say you would increase my salary by 500 yuan? It should be 1,500. On the other hand, in the Yanbei Model School, bell was ringing. And the students were running toward their respective classes. They were saying to each other, hurry up. It's almost time. One student said to other, wait for me. Let go together. There was start of practice of martial art in the ring. That was the entrance exam for the preparation class. Then students in the ring got serious. Student used his entire strength. Master said to him, the standing posture is mess, and you used your full strength at the start. Is that what I taught you? Then master used his power and Pan Dewei fall down. There was announcement that Pan Dewei failed. Next, Gao Xiaobo. Teacher said to director, is it too strict to let the teacher examine the students directly? Even if the teachers suppress their strength, let the students take 3 strokes from the teachers to enter the preparation class. It is really a little hard for them. Director said, alas, it was not like this before. Someone took advantage of the loophole, so the rules were changed later. Teacher asked to director, take advantage of a loophole. How? Director replied to him, that was 2 years ago. In the past students competed with each other to determine who could get into the preparation class. Every year many students who failed to get into higher martial arts schools before came to participate. At that time, a boy named Shen Qian, relying on his family money, simply bribed all his opponents. As a result, the student was not even admitted to the worst higher martial arts school, got into our school, which became the shame of our Yanbei Middle School. Since then, we have changed the rules and let the teacher personally examine them. Teacher replied to director, Shen Qian is really something. On the other hand, at the gate of Yanbei Middle School, the doorman was sleeping. Shen Qian was trying to enter in the school. He was saying that the doorman is said to be a level 2 body refining warrior. I have to be careful if I make a sound, he will feel it. Then Shen Qian jumped into the school. Then doorman got up and said, which son of bitch wants to skip class again? Then Miss Liang Ming came there and said to doorman, I am sorry that I interrupted your nap. Doorman began laughing and said to Miss Liang, not at all, did you take part in the examination of the preparation class? Liang replied to him, I have already passed. Doorman said to Liang, good. I knew you were very talented, and you must be much better than me in the future. Then I will go to sleep. No to work. Liang said okay. Shen Qian said to Miss Liang, thank you for that. Miss Liang asked to Qian, did you come to school today to attend the entrance exam for the preparation class? Shen replied to her, well, just take a chance. Miss Liang said to Shen, the rules has changed this year. And you cannot bribe. Shen Qian replied to her, rely on strength this year. Trust me. Miss Liang replied to him, oh yeah. Come on, I will wait for you in the exam preparation class. Shen Qian was saying that Shen Haoshan helped me again, and I did not pay back the favor I owed before. There is no time to waste. While on other hand in the class the teacher said to students, is there anyone else to participate in the exam? Students were saying to each other, the teacher is too cruel. Those who failed were beaten half to death. Teacher came in anger and said to students, your class is really the worst one I have ever thought. Since there is no more student, that is all for today. Then suddenly Shen Qian arrived therein. Said to teacher, wait, I am taking part in it. On the other hand teacher was saying to fresh students that, in the Yanbei Middle School, there is a name that appears very frequently. I am telling you, do not be like that guy a few years ago. Almost every freshman has heard of his name. That name is Shen Qian. Shen Qian was also there in the students. AMD raised his hand that I want to participate in. Director came in anger and said to Shen Qian, what do you want to do? Shen Qian said to director, Director Lu, have not you retired yet? Director came in anger and said to Ken Qian, retire my ass. How dare you come back? Then a teacher from the behind moved forward and hold the director and said to him, Director, calm down. There are so many students watching. Students also began talking to each other. Shen Qian, is it the weird dude that teachers often talk about? I have heard his name for 2 years, so that is him. Shen Qian began thinking that, why do I feel like I am more famous after I leave school? Director asked to Shen Qian, did not you graduate? What are you doing here? Shen Qian replied to director, I want to attend the entrance exam of the preparation class. Director came in anger and said to him, do not even think about it. Teacher from the back, hold the director and said to him, Director, calm down. Shen Qian asked to director, why cannot I? According to the school regulations, after the graduation, students could return to school by taking part in the examination. Director replied to Shen Qian, you just cannot. Yanbei Middle School is a place to practice martial arts, it is not for you to fool around. You are not suitable for practicing martial arts. You would better find another job earlier. Shen Qian began thinking, that, do I need to go to the headmaster to complain? Then Mr. Lin came there and said to director, let him participate. Lin said to Shen Qian, right. I have heard about you before, but it is a pity that when you were at school, I was teaching the other classes. You know, what I despise most is a playboy like you. Who thinks he can do anything with money? Unfortunately, I have not had a chance to teach you a lesson in person. Come on, let me show you today. You the waste of Yanbei Middle School, or nothing without your family. Students began talking to each other that, will Mr. Lin beat him to death? He is not really going up there, is he? Absolutely not. He just wants to make a scene here. Shen Qian said to Mr. Lin. Right. Do you dare to make a bet with me? Mr. Lin was very surprised by hearing about bet. Shen Qian said to Lin, that is right. Since you look down on rich dudes, let's bet the money. If I pass the examination, you have to give 10,000 to me. Mr. Lin said to him, what if you fail? Shen Qian replied to him, do not worry, I would not let you suffer losses. If I do not pass the examination, I will give you 100,000. Do you dare to take this bet? Director Lu said to Mr. Lin, this is a test. What kind of place you think this is? Do not take it. Lin said to Shen Qian, no, if you pass the examination, I will also give you 100,000 yuan. Director Lu came in anger and wanted to control the Lin from the bet. Mr. Lin said to Director, he can cancel this bet, but I cannot take it. Because he is a student and I am a teacher. Then a guy that was standing along the director said to him, Director, you now Lin Ji temper, so many students are watching. He cannot escape, and this is a matter of a teacher dignity. Director said alas, I got it, Mr. Lin, please strictly control the strength to level 1 body refining, and if it endangers the level of the student, I will stop you. Lin said, do not worry, I promise I would not kill him. Director said to Shen Qian, even if Mr. Lin suppresses his strength, his experience and skills are far beyond your imagination. I hope you can take care of yourself. Shen Qian replied to Director, do not worry, I will be responsible for my actions. Miss Liang was also there. She was saying that does Shen Qian really dare to participate? I have never seen Mr. Lin so angry, it's so scary. He will at least be disabled. It is your style to come back and make such a big noise, but I am curious. Then referee said to Shen Qian, what kind of surprise will you bring? Examination begins now. He also asked to Lin Ji, teacher of Yanbei Middle School E2. Certificate, Level 6 Body Refining Warrior. Are you ready? Shen Qian, the shame of Yanbei Middle School. Entry level of military boxing. Shen Qian said, bring it on. Miss Liang said to Shen Qian, no matter how you look at it, it is impossible Shen Qian could pass the exam. Mr. Lin used his first move. Director was also very surprised by the first move of Lin Ji. Flower Buddha hand, how merciless. The guy that was along the director looked at the Mr. Lin and said, the killing move of Flower Buddha hand is hidden in the shadow of hundreds of hands, which is impossible to defend. Mr. Lin usually uses it at the third move. Shen Qian was also very surprised by the first move of Lin and said that was too fast. But he blocked the attack of Lin Ji. All students were very surprised by the power of Shen Qian. A student said Qian can see movement clearly. Lin Ji said to Shen, you have good eye. Shen Qian said to Lan Ji, although you are a teacher, you are just so. What else have you got? This move was pressed to level 1 body refining realm, and its flaws are showing. Lin Ji asked to Shen Qian, did not your former teacher teach you not to be too arrogant? Shen Qian replied to him, sorry, I am going to be arrogant to you since you said you looked down on rich kids. Miss Lang Ming said to Shen Qian, what is this fool doing? It is no good for him to annoy the examiner. It will only make it harder for him to pass. Lin Ji said to Shen Qian, good, then have a taste of this. A guy said to director, is this white ape arm fist? Director replied to guy, if the flower Buddha hand is a test for eyes, the white ape arm fist is a test for strength. If the basic skills are not solid, if there is the slightest deviation of the angle of the block, the strength, it is impossible to defend it. Guy said this is little too difficult, it has exceeded the assessment requirements. Director came in anger and said it's time to teach Shen Qian a lesson. Then there was a great fight between Lin Ji and Shen Qian. Shen Qian said, right on time. The 8th move of military boxing. Rotate the arm. Like the previous move, too much restraint leads to a slight deformation of the movement. Lin Ji said to Shen Qian, this is my chance. Lang Ming was also very surprised, said how is that possible? The guy said to director. Wonderful. Did you see that? He diffused the white ape arm fist with military boxing. Director replied Tohim, all right, I am not blind, do not make a fuss. He does not only master the military boxing on the theoretical aspect, but also the actual fight aspect. Lin Ji asked to Shen Qian, are you at the great success level of military boxing? On the actual fight aspect. Shen Qian replied to him, do you think that I, Shen Qian, am really the kind of ignorant loser? Although the teacher did not use his full strength, I almost broke down. Rich kid, martial arts loser. I know a lot of you call me that in private. So I come here today, and I want to prove to you that the men of the Shen family are all men of indomitable spirit and iron bones. Come on, use your best move. If I dodge, I am not the member of the Shen family. Then students began saying that, turns out Shen Qian is not a loser. Did we misunderstand him all this time? A girl also said he is so handsome. Shen Qian said to Lin Ji, do not forget, if I take the next move, you have to give me 100,000. Lin Ji replied to Shen Qian, I see, and I apologize for my prejudice against you, but in order to show my respect for you, this move is the strongest one I can use. In the realm of body refining. Director Lu came in anger and said, is Lin Ji crazy? It is just an examination. How can he use King Kong leg? That is the advanced martial arts of body refining realm. Guy said to director, I think I know why. Mr. Lin's salary seems to be turned over to his wife, right? Can he afford 100,000 yuan? King Kong leg is very powerful, but it has a disadvantage, that is, it takes a long time to accumulate strength, which is easy to avoid for people with rich combat experience. Shen Qian can get to the great success of military boxing at the actual fighting aspect, and his fighting experience is naturally very much. But since Shen Qian does not dodge, then in order to keep his private money, the best choice for Mr. Lin is his signature move, King Kong leg. Director Lu came in anger and said, oh my god. Lin Ji said to Shen Qian, for my private money, I am sorry Shen Qian. Have a taste of this. Mr. Lin used King Kong leg technique. All people began clapping and saying Mr. Lin kick is so awesome. Shen Qian said God, I was scared to death. Fortunately, I dodged quickly. Students very surprised and said just now he dodged it, right? Lin Ji was also very surprised by the Shen Qian. Shen Qian said to referee, hey, I passed 3 moves, did I pass? Then Mr. Lin Ji came in anger and said to Shen Qian, bastard, you promised not to dodge. Shen Qian replied to him, I am just kidding, you really believed it. Lin Ji further said to Shen, you also said you would prove that the man of the Shen family are iron bones. Shen Qian replied to him, I have been kicked out of the Shen family. That does not count. Besides, I do not think the men of the Shen family are really men. Miss Liang Ming began thinking. That sure enough, Shen Qian still the same. I thought he suddenly changed his nature. Mr. Ling said to Shen, you are cheating. Do you dare to take my Ling Kong leg? Shen replied to him, yeah, sure. But you have to pay more 100,000 yuan for each move. Lin Ji came in anger. Then Director Lu came near to Shen and said to him, according to the rules, you have passed the exam. Shen Qian said, thanks sir. Lu Ji said but he. Then director interrupted him and said, no buts, you lost the bet and you have to accept the consequences. You are a teacher, you need to set an example. Lin Ji said, I got it. Director Lu said to both of them, in addition, you two openly bet in the examination, which is against the tradition of the school. Lin Ji is banned teaching for the week. Shen Qian will be fined 50,000, which will be directly deducted from the gambling money. Lin Ji, you just give him 50,000. Shen Qian came in anger and said to director, hey, why? The money I made on my own. Director replied to him, quite. Mr. Lin will be the head teacher of your preparation class in the future. Shen Qian, do not go too far. Shen Qian said to Director Lu, hey Mr. Lu, I suddenly feel that there is no need to calculate too carefully between teachers and students. Director said to Shen Qian, you are smart. Shen Qian said it's finally over. Lin Ji said to Shen, tell me your bank account number and I will transfer the money when I go back. Shen Qian very happy and said to Lin Ji, Thank you teacher, I have been ready for a long time. Lin Ji said to Shen, I owe you one this time, so I will take care of you after school starts. Shen Qian said, at the beginning of school I provoked the head teacher, what I am going to do. Then on the next day, Shen pushes the door to enter in the preparation class 1. There was a blue bucket that was full of water. Fall down. Shen Qian thought that is really childish. Then students began saying to Shen Qian, is no that. Coward. A man broke his own word and made a fool of himself. This kind of person can also enter the preparation class. It is disgrace. He also made Mr. Lin unable to come to class. Shame on you. Then Shen Qian quietly pushed the chair and sat at the chair. He said to Miss Liang Ming, sit with me. She asked to him, there is no one here. He said to Liang, excuse me. Then teacher entered on the class and said, Class B. Quite. He further said that, Mr. Liang cannot come. This week I will substitute for him. Shen asked to Liang, hey, are not you afraid of being dragged down by me? She replied to him, it does not matter. I am not very popular. Teacher said to students to open the page 48 of their books. Shen said to Liang Ming, people hate the rich, I understand. She said to Shen Qian, welcome back. Qian replied to her, thank you. Then Shen Qian came back to Shen Qian Villa form the Yenabi Middle School. He was feeling tired. He threw his bag away and said, my God, this exam preparation class is too horrible. There was a pile of books. He was not looking well. Then a teacher came there and said to Shen, you are Shen Qian, or not? You fell behind in your homework, you have to finish all these theoretical textbooks and papers. Shen Qian asked to the teacher, is that really necessary? I think actual combat is enough, right? Teacher replied to him, oh, actual combat, oh, well, I have long been looking forward to competing with you. Without limiting my strength, Shen Qian said to the teacher, I will study hard. Shen Qian was thinking, that, so many questions. How can I finish these, if only someone could write it for me? There was knock at the door. Shen Qian asked, who is knocking at the door at this time? There was Wu Qian at the door. She said to Shen Qian, please help me. Shen said to Wu Qian, how did you in the front? Wu Qian closed the door, and said to Shen Qian, I will explain later, someone after me. Please do not let them get me. Please, please. Then there was knock at the door. Shen Qian opened the door and there were some boys at the door. They said to Shen Qian, boy, we are looking for a school girl who seems to have come to your house. Shen Qian asked to them, what school girl? Which family are you from? You want to make up a scandal to cheat me, do not you? I am telling you, I have seen lot of these of tricks, get out of here. Then a guy began whispering in the ear of other guy and said, brother, look at this house, he is also a rich man. We would better not get our boss into trouble. A guy said to Shen Qian, boy, we are Mr. Li. Men. That female student owed money to our boss. Please help us. Shen Qian asked to them, oh, money. Then what do you want me to do? Or do you mean I have something in common with a poor girl who cannot her debts? Guy said to Shen Qian, you have a point. Sorry for the late intrusion. Good. Bye. Then they moved away from the house of Shen Qian. A guy said to other guy, brother, we clearly saw it does not matter, go back and find out the connections of the person and then make plans. Another guy said, yes. This is good idea. On the other hand, Shen Qian closed the door. Wu Qian asked to Shen, are they gone? Shen replied to her, cut the crap. What is going on? She replied to him, it's my father. My father is addicted to alcohol and gambling. Besides drinking at home, he goes out to gamble. Every time he was in debt, he ran away. This time, he got into the trouble with a very powerful person. His men rushed to my house to search for him. Now that the father has run away, he can pay off the debt with the daughter. East Street nightclub needs a new girl. They opened the door and said, do not let Wu Qian get away. I am really sorry. I will be gone in a minute. If they come to you in the future, you will say that there was a thief in the house and you do not know it's me. So it would not involve you. I will find a way to pay off my father debt. Shen Qian asked to her, where are you going so late? Does the money owed by your heartless father have anything to do with you? You can pay it back this time. What about next time? I have a big house here, and the house is empty. You can live here for the time being. Wu Qian became very happy and said really. Shen said to her, but there is no such thing as a free lunch. You have to pay some price. She said to Shen, you do covet my body. The price much more terrible than that. Then Shen Qian put the books in the front of Wu Qian and said to her, in the future, you will help me with my homework. On the other hand, Guy was saying to Shen Haoshan, young master, I just received the news that Shen Qian was admitted to the exam preparation class of Yunbai Middle School. Shen Haodan said, I thought he would go to debauchery with the 500,000 yuan. But I did not accept him to repeat the same trick and bribe the examiner to enter the preparation class. How can this loser still be delusional? Even if the ant does not give up resistance, it could be killed simply by a finger. Then on the next day, there were some students standing in the school. A student said to other students, you all know that Shen Qian has some grudges with Master Haoshan of the Shen family. Master Haoshan has long disliked him, but he cannot do it himself. If we take the invite to help him, we will benefit from it in the future. After all, Shen Qian is also a member of the Shen family. What if does he deserve to be surnamed Shen? If you do not dare to do it, I will do it myself. He is just a useless person who did not master the entry level of military boxing for 7 years. Other students replied to him, no, boss, we will work with you. Without further ado, the three of us are going to bully Shen Qian today. There are as many ways to punish people without bloodshed as possible. Force him to drop out of school, and we can go to Haoshan to take credit. Then Shen Qian suddenly came from the back and said to those three guys, oh, I did not think you three had the initiative to be henchmen. They all three were very surprised by watching Shen Qian there. Shen said to them, can you choose a hidden place to plot schemes in the middle of the day, and this is a school public place. Then the boss of students came forward and said to Shen Qian, what do you know? This is one of the few places on campus that does not have surveillance. Here, even if we beat you half dead, as long as there is no evidence, the school cannot do anything to us. Shen became very surprised and said, huh? Really? No surveillance? Then boss said, are you afraid now? Do not blame us. You came to our door by yourself. Shen Qian replied to him, you misunderstood. I mean, there is no surveillance, so it does not matter if I beat you harder. Then Shen beat all three students very hard and said to them, I thought I could use you to practice, but who knew you guys were so vulnerable? We are all great success of military boxing. Why are you so weak? They said to Shen, stop. We do not want to mess with you. Then Shen put his foot on the head of boss and said to him, so are you convinced? Boss replied to him, yes. It is all our fault. Please let us go. Next time we see you, we will take a detour. Shen replied to him, no. We are all classmates. How embarrassing it will be if you avoid me. We can have another solution. Then Shen gave 5,000 yuan to them. They said to Shen, only 5,000 yuan for 3 people. And a blood pill. Boss said to Shen, it might not much. But it says my wish to be friendly classmates. See you next time. Then a student said to boss, how shall we deal with Shen Qian when he suddenly gets so powerful? Boss said to him, I have plans. He further said, remember, you have to pretend to be pathetic enough later. Understood. Do not worry. Then they moved toward the teaching office of the school. Boss opened the door of the office and said to Director Liu, Shen Qian is a bastard, and he beat us up for no reason. You must punish him and restore justice. Then Shen Qian also reached there and he also recorded all the conversation of 3 students. He played the recording and director started hearing. There was voice of boss who was saying that there are as many ways to punish people without bloodshed as possible. Without further ado, the 3 of us are going to bully Shen Qian today. Shen Qian said to all of 3, are you here, too? I am playing your recording. You 3, explain to me. Then all 3 said to director, we made a mistake. Shen Qian did not beat us. Then director said to them, you 3 stay and tell me how you pretended to be beaten in. Framed Shen Qian. Then in the preparation class, all of 3 students started serving Shen Qian. Shen said to them, good, not bad. Boss said to Shen Qian, the 3 of us have admitted our mistakes and given you money. Can you forgive us? Shen Qian replied to them, what is the rush? The teaching director said that if you want to cancel the warning punishment, you need my forgiveness. Do not worry, I am a nice person, as long as you show more sincerity. Then a student and said to Shen Qian, excuse me, I am here to apologize to you on the behalf of other students. Shen Qian said, apologize. Shen said to the student, who is this guy? I have never seen him in the class before. Then student replied, to him, his name is Zhang Chaoyu. He is the best student in our class. The school has approved that the top 3 students in the class could not come to class every day. It is normal that you have not seen him. I have talked with the classmates and they understand that it is wrong to play pranks on new classmate. Shen Qian began thinking that, I do not know why, but I feel like this guy is the last type one want to be friend with. Then 3 students who mess with Shen Qian said to Zhang Chaoyu, you are our big brother. Zhang said to Shen Qian, and as for 3 of them, since we are all classmates and their attitude of admitting mistakes is so sincere, you should stop bullying them. Shen replied to him, all right, I forgive them. He began thinking that, this guy is definitely the goody-goody type. I do not want to be associated with him. Then after noon, in the actual combat class, Sir was saying to all students, let practice well and prepare for the monthly exam this weekend. As long as you can get into the top 3 of the class, you can get the expensive Recover Pill as a reward. Shen heard about Recover Pill and said, oh, Recover Pill, a more advanced elixir, Tan Blood Elixir. What I lack now is something that can instantly replenish a large amount of energy and blood. It seems that it is worth fighting for the ranking, but there should be no hope only by military boxing. Then a boy came there and asked to Shen Qian, yo, is not this brother Shen? How are you? I heard that my 3 dudes had some misunderstanding with you. On the other hand, Shen Qian saw that there was a guy whose name was Zhu Jianing. Shen Qian was thinking that, may I help him? This fellow is a fence sitter, flattering me when I was rich. After Shen Haoshan became rich, he immediately turned to flatter Shen Haoshan. Then Shen said to Zhu Jianing, I heard that you have achieved great success in the military boxing. I happen to have some questions, can you give me some advice? By the way, the ring over there is available, how about we go up and have a fight? Sounds good, but I am afraid I do not have the ability to fight with you by the way. Then Shen Qian was thinking that Zhu Jianing has got the level 1 body refining realm, and he says he cannot do military boxing. What a liar. Then a Zhu Jianing looked at Shen Qian. Then Shen Qian took the Zhu Jianing in the front of Zhang and said to him that Zhu Jianing said that he had a few questions about military boxing and wanted to ask for advice. Zhang said to Jianing that if you do not understand anything, just ask me. We are all classmates, so we should help each other. Then the other boy who asked to Shen Qian that are you Shen brother, looked at Shen Qian and said, he has got away. Then Shen Qian moved toward the class and he was thinking that, as long as I am in school, Zhu Jianing would surely take the opportunity to find trouble. These days I will simply ask for leave. I will think of ways to improve the strength to cope with the monthly exam. Then he entered in the class and said to the teacher for leave. Teacher came in anger and said to him, what? How many days off are you going to take? Shen replied to the teacher, I am really not feeling well. I have to rest for 2 days. Teacher said to Shen Qian, I saw you finish your theoretical homework so carefully before, and your opinions on many matters were quite good. I thought you had changed. You can ask for leave, but you still have to write your homework. If you scribble, be careful of your credits. Shen came in anger and began thinking that, what? It means that Wu Qian write casually. Instead she came up with very insightful ideas. On the other hand, in the Shen Villa, Wu Qian was sleeping and was seeing the dream of the sun, the heaven, the thunder, rain and dew are jabbering. Shen Qian came villa and asked to Wu Qian, are you still sleeping? Then put the cloak on the Wu Qian and said, you little girl should really thank me for not being a black-hearted labor contractor. Otherwise I would have to call you up to serve tea and water now. Then after a long time Wu Qian awaked up and said, Shen Qian is back, where is he? Then she came in the garden and she saw that Shen was still practicing the martial art. She began thinking that, how can he still practice martial arts so late? Is he practicing the eagle blood hand? But why does his move look a little strange? Shen Qian was also thinking that, still not right. I always feel that the way I use my strength is different from that youngster. Even if I have not got started yet, the deviation is too big, is not it? Then Wu Qian said to Shen. This move's so ugly. Then Shen Qian asked to her, are you awake? What did you just say? Wu Qian replied. To him, I just said it casually. I did not mean to laugh at you. Do not be angry. Then Shen Qian moved forward and pushed the hair of Wu Qian and said to her, who said I was angry? Tell me, how is it ugly? Wu Qian replied to Shen, I am just guessing. I just think your practice seems to be out of harmony. It is comfortable to lift your elbow up 3 centimeters and sink your knee 2 centimeters. Then Shen Qian did the exercise by the same way and asked to Wu Qian, like this. Wu Qian replied to him, down a little bit. Down, yeah, there it is, use your strength. That's it, hold on, do not move, much better, much better. Shen Qian came in anger and said, not yet. I cannot hold on any longer. It's going to break. Wu Qian said to him, do not break down, hold on for a little longer. Then on the other day early in the morning Shen Qian was still practicing. Wu Qian asked to him, are you still practicing? It's early in the morning. I did not expect you to be the hardworking. But I have been helping you with your homework all day. And I have to help you practice and now I am so tired. Then Shen Qian gave a huge amount to Wu Qian. He said to her, this is the reward. You are not tired now, or not you? Wu Qian replied to him, not tired at all. I can stay up all night. Shen Qian was thinking that Wu Qian has a special talent. She can see at glance if other people movements and postures are the same as the ones in the books. If the posture is not coordinated, it will produce a sense of disharmony in her eyes. If the posture is perfect, it will present a strange aesthetic feeling in their eyes. He was practicing the martial art. Wu Qian was watching and observing him carefully and said to him, yes, it's beautiful and pleasing to the eye. It's much better. Then, again Shen looked at the body postures of Wu Qian and began thinking that, unfortunately, she can only see, but her body is very uncoordinated, which is a complete waste of this talent. Then a week later, there was message from the system that, Eagle Blood has a total of 2 realms. The first realm is the achievement of entry. 30,000 yuan is needed to upgrade initial success. 300,000 yuan is needed to upgrade to great success and 3 million yuan is needed for upgrading to perfection. Shen Qian said, I finally got the first reel of the Eagle Blood Hand. Shen Qian was thinking that, Eagle Bloody Hand is a common martial art of body refining, is better than the lowest martial art military boxing. At least there are 2 realms to practice and eventually people can complete 2 times of quenching. Unlike military boxing, which has only 1 realm, if I complete both military boxing and Eagle Blood Hand, I can complete 3 times of the body quenching, and finally become a level 3 body refining warrior. Enter the blood and marrow realm. The basic premise is to refine the body 9 times. Generally after quenching the body 9 times, the warrior will directly start the practice of the blood and marrow realm. After 9 times of body refining, because it takes time and resources to practice, a person energy and wealth are limited, it is impossible to learn everything. The numbers of the times of the body refining for each skill is also limited, so the vast majority of warriors choose to reach the passing line for the next level of great realm of practice. A very small number of genius with resources and talent may choose to continue to practice at the lower realm, but there are also limits. One of the guys with the stronger body refining in history reached level 15, but before he could continue, he died directly as soon as his life limit was reached. And I am different. As long as there are enough secret books for me learn, I can refine my body for as many times as I want. But I have to take it slow. I do not even have enough money to upgrade the military boxing to perfection. The actual combat of Eagle Blood Hand should be much stronger than military boxing, even if it is only the first realm. Upgrade the first realm of Eagle Blood Hand to initial success to see how much consumption a blood pill can offset. Then Shen Qian took a blood pill and said to the system to upgrade the first realm of Eagle Blood Hand to initial success. He further said, the potency of blood pill is still very obvious, and there is no feeling of weakening at all. Okay, since I still have money left, I will top up to great success. Then again Shen Qian said to continue to top up to great success. He was feeling very well by taking medicine. He said, "Woo, the potency of the medicine was completely absorbed, and body is a little weak." Apparently it did not completely offset the consumption. It seems that the blood pill can only help me the first realm of a skill to great success. If I want to upgrade freely, in addition to money, I also need more and stronger pills. The next small goal is recover pill. Then Wu Qian said to Shen Qian, "It is time to eat. I cooked the noodles for you and added barbecued pork and eggs." Shen Qian replied to her, "Coming. Remember to add some chopped green onion." He was thinking that the next step is to pass the monthly exam and have a good time. On the next day, the teacher in the class was saying that every month Yanbei Middle School holds a monthly exam in the class. The content of the monthly exam is very simple. That is the actual combat in the ring. Each student will be given a rank card at the beginning and the winner will be able to choose whether to exchange places with the loser. For example, if student who have number 20 place and other student who number 30 place. If the student of number 30 place will win, then he will exchange his place with the student who have number 20 place. After many rounds of the competitions, the ranking of the class will be basically decided. In this monthly exam, Zhang Chaoyu and Liang Ming asked for leave. So, everyone ranking was automatically promoted by 2 places. Then a student in the class said to other student, that is to say, Zhu Jianing is the first place. Then other student said, I wanted to compete with Zhang Chaoyu and increase my actual combat experience. Zhu Jianing was thinking that a bunch of useless scum also accept to get advice from others. Teacher said to Shen Qian, you just came to the class. According to the usual practice, you are the last one. I hope you will work hard and not be the same as before. Shen replied to teacher, oh, do not worry teacher, I will work hard. Then the student behind the Shen Qian said to other student, did this guy say he was going to work hard? Did he bribe someone again? First of all, we cannot accept his bribe. Then other student replied to him, do not estimate Shen Qian, he just beat the shit out of Gao Bo a few days ago. I heard that this guy military boxing is not only at great success in theoretical aspect, but also in actual fighting aspect. Then after 15 minutes there was announcement that the winner is Wu Dali. The ranking remains the same. Zhu Jianing came forward and said, why did not anyone come to challenge me? Zhang Chaoyu is not here. Everyone should work harder and strive for the first place in the monthly exam. Then the students behind the Zhu Jianing said, it would be nice if Zhang Chaoyu were here. He knows when to stop, unlike Zhu Jianing. Then another student said, anyway, there are rewards for top 3 in the monthly exam. It's better to compete for the third place to compete for the first place. Then Zhu Jianing said, I am not aiming at anyone. Everyone standing under the ring is rubbish. I also want to say, I am not against anyone. Someone did not even notice I am in the ring. He is truly a garbage. Then Shen Qian said, the 40th Shen Qian is here to challenge the first. Students were very surprised and said, Shen Qian, is he crazy? Zhu Jianing has long achieved perfection in military boxing and has been promoted to level 1 body refining. Shen Qian is great success in military boxing. What can he do to fight with him? Jianing said to Shen Qian, I thought you would run away with your tail between your legs. Then the competition was started. Shen Qian said to Zhu Jianing, today, I will show you what is the real military boxing. Take my lunge punch. Zhu Jianing said, it's piece of cake. Then there was eagle blood shadow attack by Shen Qian. Zhu Jianing fall down and there was announcement that, winner Shen Qian, rank number 1. Zhu Jianing said, it is impossible. It was not military boxing at all. Shen Qian said to Jianing, if you hesitate, you will be defeated. All students were very surprised and began saying to each other, Shen actually defeated Zhu Jianing with one move. That move seems to be the killing move of the eagle blood hand. Not only did he master great success of military boxing, but he also mastered at least in entry-level martial art. With the skill he just showed, I am afraid only Zhang Chaoyu can beat him. How dare this guy be distracted and practice 2 martial arts at the same time? It seems that Shen Qian will take the first place in the class this time. Then other students said, wait, what is going on here? Then there was another fight between Wei Pan and other student. Wei Pan defeated the student easily and ranked number 1. His opponent said, "Ah, so awesome, I really cannot beat you." Students were very surprised by watching that scene, and a student said to other, "Was not he the last place before Shen Qian came?" Other student replied to him, "The second generation of the nouveau riche, whose military boxing is only at the entry level." Then a student moved forward from the behind and said, "I am not convinced. Why can Fat Pan take the first place? I will challenge him. Number 1 is mine." Then there was fight of Li Liwu, and he promoted to first place. His opponent said, "I give up. I give up. Do not hit me in the face." Shen Qian said, "Hey, let's compete." Zhang said to Shen Qian, "No, please do not hurt me. I give up. This card is yourself." Shen Qian replied to him, "Good boy, now it's my turn to be the first. As for us, we do not have to compete. I am sure I will lose." Wei Pan was saying that the feeling of taking the first place is really cool. Shen Qian said to Wei Pan, "My service. Tenant customer first, your satisfaction is my motivation. Please settle the bill according to this service." Students were very angry and said to Shen, "It is shameless. It is too blatant to change the card directly, without even competing." Then there was announcement that, winner Zhu Jianing. Ranking promoted. He was thinking that, if I cannot beat a Shen Qian, I can beat others. Although he robbed the first place from me, as long as I can get into the top 3, I can get a reward. He said to students, "I am very upset now. I will take a few low-ranking students to vent first." He pointed toward a weak student and said to him, "I want to compete with you." Then other students came in anger. Then Jianing said to them, "Relax, do not blame me. To be honest, with your strength, it is better to go home early." Then Zhang came in anger and said to Zhu Jianing, "Damn it, if you cannot beat Shen Qian, how can you take it out on us?" Then other students said, "He only challenged those with lower ranking." Zhu Jianing went to fair. Then Shen Qian came near to students and said to them, "Guys, I wonder if you are interested in learning about my promotion package service." On the other hand, Zhu Jianing was fighting with a lower rank student. He beat him easily, and his rank promoted 10th place. He was thinking that it is the time to challenge the top 3. Then, number 11 Lu Yong moved forward and said to Zhu Jianing, "Let's compete." But Zhu Jianing fought against some lower rank players. He fought against Zhang Erbao and won against him. Shen Qian was thinking that, just like this, whenever Ahu Jianing challenged someone, I would sell package to the person who lost to Jianing to help him regain the ranking. Then he sell his package to a few students and said to them, "Welcome to come next time. The best service you can trust." Then 1 hour later, the rankings were out. The students checked the rankings. There was result that Wei Pan first place, Li Ji second place, Shen Qian 39th place and Zhu Jianing 40th place. Zhu Jianing became very angry as he saw his ranking. He said to other students, "Do not come near me." Students were also very surprised and began saying that, "What a tragedy. Jianing got the last place." Shen Qian saw Zhu Jianing and said to him, "You cannot bear it. All right, I am not a devil, and I would not play with you next time." Shen Qian also said that, "By the way, I really made a lot of money this time." On the other day in the ring room of the Yunbai Model School, Mr. Lin said to Wei Pan, "I do not take care of you these days, and now I am back. Is this the result of the monthly exam?" Wei Pan replied to him, "Thank you for your reward. We will continue to work hard." Then, Mr. Lin came in anger and called out Shen Qian. Shen Qian replied to him, "What are you looking at me for? I really did not bribe others like before this time." Mr. Lin said to Shen Qian, "I did not allow you to bribe others, so you accepted bribes from others." Shen Qian replied to Lin, "I have a good relationship with my classmates and they are all friendly, so I played a modest spirit, which is not bad, right?" Mr. Lin replied to Qian, "I will forgive you this time, and the next time, I will cancel all the results." 2 days later, Shen Qian was thinking that, in this monthly exam, I earned more than 300,000 yuan at one go, which is more or less enough to fill the consumption of the previous upgrade of Eagle Blood Hand. Wei Pan said to Shen Qian, "Dude, thanks to you, I got the first place in the exam last month and I bragged in front of a girl from another school. Now she has promised to be my girlfriend. I do not care about the prize, so I will give it to you." He gave the blood pill to Shen Qian. Shen Qian said to him, "Congratulations." Then Shen Qian moved toward the class. He was sitting in the class and began thinking that, now my virtual assets are still 700,000 and there is still a short of 300,000. If I want to upgrade military boxing to great success, where should I go to collect the money? Then Zhang Chaoyu called out Shen Qian in the loud voice. Shen Qian said, "Who called me?" Zhang Chaoyu came near to Shen Qian and asked to him, "What happened to the monthly exam last week? I have heard it from my classmates. It is out of the rule of the school that the monthly exam decides the class ranking. Everyone is competing fairly. How can you break the rule?" Shen Qian was thinking about the spirit of martial arts, fair play and rules of the school, and said, "Oh my god. He is so annoying." Then replied to Zhang, "Enough. You cannot control what I want to do." Zhang said to Shen Qian, "If you do not realize the mistake, let me wake you up." Shen Qian came in anger and said, "What the fuck?" He was thinking that, is Zhang really angry? On the actual combat class, his posture was stronger than that of Zhu Jianing military boxing. Although it was also level 1 body refining, his are advanced martial arts. I cannot do a thankless task, and I would better admit my mistake and avoid fighting with him. Then he said to Zhang, "Wait a minute." Zhang Chaoyu said to Shen Qian, "You would not understand what you did wrong just with a competition, so I want you to bet on the money you earned from the monthly exam. If I beat you, you will return all the money to the students. If I lose to you, I will you the same amount." Shen Qian asked to him, "Are you serious? That is 300,000. Zhang Chaoyu replied to Shen, "I am a man, and I will keep my promise." Then deal was done between them. Then a student outside the class was saying to other student, "Did you hear that? Someone in the class 1 applied to borrow the ring today." Other student said to him, "It was Zhang Chaoyu." It seems he was unhappy with Shen Qian who cheated in the monthly exam, so he proposed the fight. Miss Liang Ming was also hearing that conversation. Then on other day in the ring room, students were gathered and were shouting that, "Zhang Chaoyu, come on, kill Shen Qian. Kill Shen Qian." Zhang said to Shen, "Please Shen Qian." Shen Qian said to Zhang, "Hey, you are the first in the class, can you take it easy on me?" Shen was thinking that, although my principle is not to fight the battle that I am not sure of, as long as I win him, I can earn money to upgrade the military boxing to great success. It's now, or never. Zhang replied to Shen, "Of course, please. Come on." Then Shen Qian attacked on Zhang Chaoyu. Students began saying that Shen attacked on Zhang while he was specking. It's so despicable. Shen Qian is a shameless man. Zhang said to Shen, "Your eagle blood hand is really powerful, and I almost did not defend it." Shen was thinking that, my guess is right. This guy is very strong. His actual combat experience is not bad. This guy is practicing some kind of hard Reiki skill. With my current strength, I cannot break his move. Zhang said to Shen Qian, "Continue to make moves, and you can make 2 more moves." Shen was thinking that, damn it. With his realm of body refining, the hard Reiki skill he displays will have flaws, as long as he is distracted. But this boy is obviously the type with firm mind. Then Miss Liang Ming came in the ring room and said to Shen Qian and Zhang Chaoyu, "Why are you fighting?" Then Zhang Chaoyu replied to her, "I am not bullying my classmates. I am just something like that happened during the monthly exam. I think I should uphold justice." Shen began thinking that, it seems that Zhang likes Liang Ming. Shen Qian said to Zhang, "I made a move." Zhang asked to him, "What move? What move?" Then Shen Qian made the move of eagle blood hand. All the students were very surprised by watching that move of Shen Qian. Shen Qian said, "In this way, the formula for guiding victory is completed." Students began saying that, "Shen Qian, you are so shameless, shameless man." Shen replied to students, "Hey, this time I told him I would make a move but he did not dodge." Students said to Shen, "We do not care, you are mean and shameless." Miss Liang Ming was thinking that, I should not have come to watch the fight. Should I? While on other hand the men who were searching the Wu Qian were present in some old building with some photos of Shen Qian. A boy said to Das, "Wu Qian is really hiding in that man house. And we got an identity of the guy. That man is Shen Qian, the former heir of Shen Group, who had no talent for practicing martial arts and had now lost his inheritance qualification. No wonder he can live in a place like that at such a young age. Although he is abandoned by the Shen group, he is a member of the Shen family after all. Guy said to the boss, "Do you want to let it go?" Boss replied to him, "Do not worry. Since the Shen family is involved, I have no right to make the decision. Let ask Mr. Li what we should do, so that even if something happens, someone can bear the consequences for us." Guy said to boss, "You are so wise." Then they moved toward the hotel in order to meet Mr. Li. Boss said to Li, "What we said is true, and we do not dare to deceive you." Mr. Li replied to boss, "I have to contact Mr. Yu about this, and you should stay put first." Then Mr. Li contacted to the Mr. Li and said to him, "In the past, the underground financial market in Yunbai City was chaotic, and violent debt collection was used to the utmost. Out of nowhere Mr. Yu integrated the major financial companies and grasped the underground loan business in the main urban area in his hands. Since then, there has been order in the underground financial market, and the wild dogs who once only knew violence have put on a collar and become hounds who obey the master." Mr. Yu asked to Mr. Li, "Oh, are you telling the truth?" Mr. Li replied to Mr. Yu, "Every word I say is true, and there is absolutely no falsehood." Mr. Yu said to Li, "It's just an order of millions of yuan. With the performance of the area you are responsible for, this order is not worth mentioning. How can you think of contacting me?" Li said to Mr. Yu, "I think this is just the news that you will be interested in." Mr. Yu said to Li, "You do not have to worry about the Shen family, just go ahead and do it." Li said to Mr. Yu, "Please rest assured that I promise to do it without fail." Then they cut off the call. Boss said to Mr. Li, "What is the background of Mr. Yu? He even dares to provoke the Shen family at will. He is so confident, is not he?" Li said to boss, "Haha, you can guess. But with your brain you will never guess it." On the other hand Mr. Yu was thinking that, it seems, it's not bad thing to have a smart underling. Then in the school Zhang Chaoyu was thinking that, Shen, Qian, how nice it would be if you were still a waste. Why did you suddenly become enlightened? Could it be you have a system too? I am curious. Then he said to Shen Qian, "The procedure has been completed and after a period of time, 300,000 yuan will be transferred to your account." Shen Kane said to Zhang Chaoyu, "You are a rich boy. How can it be so complicated for you to take 300,000 yuan of pocket money?" Zhang Chaoyu replied to Shen, "My father taught me that money is hard to earn and I must not be extravagant. So I also set rules for myself. Then, things like, money is a poisonous snake. I am not careful about the money, I will lose my wealth," began running in the brain of Shen Qian. Then he said to Zhang, Stop it. Anyway, you are limited on your money, right?" He was thinking that, shit. If it was not for the 300,000 yuan, I would not be willing to skip class and come to the bank with this guy. Zhang Chaoyu asked to Shen Qian, "By the way, how about going back to school next? You should have only taken half a day off, right?" Shen Qian replied to him, "I asked for a whole day off, so I would not accompany you back to school." He was thinking that, after the monthly exam, how could Mr. Lin agree with me to ask for leave? I skipped class. While on other hand, teacher was teaching in the class and said, "That bastard Shen Qian, he did such a thing in the monthly exam, and today he is skipping my class." Miss Liang Ming was thinking that, I need to remind Shen Qian that if he continues to skip classes, he will be held back. Then Miss Liang Ming moved toward the house of Shen Qian to tell him that you have to attend the classes. Miss Liang Ming reached at the home of Shen Qian. Wu Qian was also there. She looked at Liang and began thinking that, is she Shen Qian girlfriend? Why did not Shen Qian tell me? How embarrassing it is to bump into each other face to face. Liang Ming also began thinking that, Shen Qian is living with another girl. Liang Ming said, "Shen Qian, get your ass out here." Then 1 hour later there was ringing of the bell. Wu Qian said, coming. Shen Qian, why are you back so early today? Then she opened the door and there were some other guys instead Shi Qian. They were the same guys who came to Shen Qian previously to find Wu Qian, but she hid herself in the house of Shen Qian. Then a guy said to Wu Qian, do not try to run away. This time, then another said to his boss, brother, look, this time there is a woman, it is really a bumper harvest. Then boss called to Mr. Li, and said to him, Shen Qian is not here. Besides Wu Qian, there is another little girl. Mr. Lin replied to him, anyway, take all of them, remember do not injure them. Then guy said to both of them, Wu Qian and Liang Ming, be a good girl and go with me. Then Liang Ming moved forward and kicked on the face of the guy. Then boss thought about the incidents in which Miss Liang Ming beat him too hard and said to him, how dare you hurt my brother? You are in trouble. The family motto of the Liang family is act first, talk second. Boss said I cannot imagine that a little girl is a level 9 body refining warrior. Look at this posture. She used ground girl. Liang Ming also think that this guy exudes a very dangerous atmosphere. He is not ordinary gangster. Boss said to Liang, so you are also a warrior. Then I do not have to restrain my strength. While on other hand Shen Qian in the arcade hall, Shen Qian was enjoying the game along with Zhang Chaoyu. He said to Zhang that I said I would accompany you back to school. Recover pill is at home. I will go back to take it and upgrade my military boxing when 300,000 yuan arrives. Zhang said to Shen Qian, the student is to study. Even on holidays, you should not go to places like this. Then there was ring on the phone of Shen Qian. He picked up the phone, that was phone call from the home. He asked to Wu Qian, is there anything you want me to bring back? There was answer from the Wu Qian. While on the other side, those guys tied Wu Qian and Liang Ming with rope. Then a guy said to Liang Ming, you hurt me and my brother like this. What are you going to do now? Believe it or not, I can destroy you in one move. Then boss stopped the guy to move forward and beat Wu Qian and Liang. Guy said to boss, why did you stop me? Boss replied to him, idiot Mr. Li said they could not be damaged. Do not you understand? Then boss said to Shen Qian, that was by calling that, your friends owes our boss more than 3 million yuan. If you do not want to receive such gadgets as fingers as ears, you would better get the money ready and come to redeem the hostages. Then Shen Qian said to the boss, good, lure Shen Qian here with hostages. As long as he dares to come, we will be able to beat him with the excuse of borrowing money without repaying the debt and attacking the lender. Are you serious? Boss said to Shen Qian, that woman is just a cleaning girl I hired. Who knows she owes you money? Her business has nothing to do with me. It's you. Then Shen Qian began thinking that, I cannot show panic in my voice and cannot let them take the initiative. Then Shen said to boss, a couple of punks who came out of nowhere want to kidnap people. Do you know who I am? Believe it or not, I will send you to prison with one phone call. Then boss asked to Shen, are not you afraid we will hurt the hostages? Then Shen Qian replied to him, what do I have to fear? Do you want a video call, so that you can take a look at how I crush the games? Boss said to Shen, goodbye to you. Then boss was thinking that, this guy cannot be threatened. Then Mr. Li said to boss, it seems that we are looking down on this boy, but we do have something extra to gain this game. On the other hand, Zhang Chaoyu asked to Shen Qian, why did you come out in a hurry after answering the phone? Shen Qian replied to him, be quiet, I am thinking. Qian was thinking that the guy at home called me back so soon. He really does not give any time to figure out of the situation. Then again there was ringing on the phone of Shen Qian. Shen said to boss, hey, what now? Did you get a defense lawyer? Or are you going to mediate out of court? Boss replied to Shen Qian, calm down, I have someone else here. You have a girlfriend and she is at your house, too. Shen replied to him, I have a girlfriend. Zhang asked to Shen Qian, what is going on here? Then Shen put his hand on the mouth of Zhang to stop him from speaking. Then Shen Qian said to boss, hey, are you guys out of your mind? I have no girlfriend. Then boss replied to Shen, cut the crap. Anyway, we have 2 hostages now. Shen asked to the boss, what do you want? Boss replied to him, it is very simple, you cannot tell anyone about it. Come here alone with the 3 million yuan ransom immediately. As soon as we receive the money, we promise to release them immediately. Then he cut of the call. Shen said, did boss just hang up? Then Zhang asked to Shen Qian, What the hell is going on here? Why are you covering my mouth? Then Shen replied to him, I have a girlfriend who was kidnapped. And now the kidnappers wants me to take the money to redeem her, or they will kill her. Then Zhang said to Shen, how could he do that? Is there any law? Call the police. Shen replied to him, calling the police is the last choice. I cannot take risks. What if they hurt the hostages? Can you help me? Zhang replied to Shen, do not worry. I will definitely help you. Then 1 hour later Shen Qian was in the front of Shen Villa. Then boss said to Shen Qian, you finally came. Today we will teach how to respect people. Then Guy Along boss said to boss, this guy is just a waste who cannot even do military boxing. You do not have to dirty your hands. Let me do it. Then Guy moved forward to attack on Shen Qian and said, look at my fist. As he punched Shen Qian, he bounced back and fall on his own boss. Guy was very surprised and said, this is Iron Skin. You are not Shen Qian. Really he was not Shen Qian, that was his friend Zhang Chaoyu. Zhang said to Guy, are you ready to be punished, the scums who use martial arts to do evil? While on other side inside the villa, there were 2 guys who were talking to each other that, there is a fight outside, should we go out for support? Then other guy replied to him, do not worry about it. Mr. Li said that we just needed to keep an eye on the hostages. Shen Qian was also here their conservation and said to them, in this case, in order to reward you for your loyalty, I will send you to a dreamland. Then Shen beat them to death. Shen Qian said, good, it's respect to make a feint to the east and attack in the west. And then it's even more perfect to run away with the hostages. Then he cut the rope by which Miss Liang and Wu Qian were tied, and said to Liang, I have trying to guess who the other girl who was kidnapped was. But I did not accept it to be you. These stupid thieves must not recognize you. Liang Ming replied to him, it should be. Wu Qian said to Shen Qian, let's run away. Shen Qian asked to her, huh? Why? Miss Liang Ming said, these guys are not ordinary hoodlums. One of them is level 1 body refining warrior and he uses the martial arts. Then boss got up and said to Miss Liang, stop. I do not need your help to explain my martial arts. Would not it be better to let this boy experience it personally? Boy, I have not been deceived by your move. I have been holding my breath here all the time. Mr. Li said I can do whatever I want to you. It does not matter if I kill him by mistake. Have you chosen your last words? Shen Qian asked to him, last words? Fuck you idiot. Then boss said to Shen Qian, since you have wasted my mercy, do not blame me for not giving you a chance, go to hell. Then there was punch from the back on boss by Zhang and eagle blood blitz on the front of boss by Shen Qian. There was bleeding from the mouth of boss and he fall down. Shen Qian said to him, do you think I came here alone, do you? I have friends too. Your men are all losers and they cannot stop Zhang Chaoyu. I cannot handle you by myself. But I can defiantly beat you with my friends' help. Shen Qian said to Zhang, you did a good job. We make a great team. Zhang replied to him, fortunately, I also came over. This group of bastards dared to kidnap Liang Ming. Then Shen Qian said to Liang Ming, hey, I cannot save you for nothing, can you help me ask your father for some benefits? I do not ask for much. A big recovering pills can do. Zhang Chaoyu began thinking that, although Shen Qian said he saved them for benefits, in fact he was worried about them. Then there was voice from there. Actually the boss stood up again and attacked on Zhang. Shen looked toward boss and said, how is it possible, that guy can actually stand up again? Boss said, that was close. That was close. How did has been for the amulet given by Mr. Li, which weakened 50% of their strength. I would really be dead. Damn it, it was not easy for me to get an amulet. I wasted it. Liang Ming looked at the boss and said, something is wrong. Although this guy is practicing the ferocious beast power, he is only at level 1. It is impossible that he can stand up after such a heavy attack. Beast power. When I looked up the information, I saw that it was a very fierce skill. As long as the warrior is not dead, the more serious the injury, the greater the strength will become. Shen Qian asked to Miss Liang Ming, is not this crazy solider in the game that becomes more powerful when he loses blood? Shen Qian began thinking that Zhang Chaoyu and I can barely hurt him, just now he becomes stronger. I am absolutely no match for him. Now the best option is to escape. and the most realistic option is to leave one person to attract his attention, and the other person to escape for support. But the problem is who will act as the bait. The problem is really difficult to solve. Then Zhang Chaoyu said to Shen Qian, take the girls away quickly. I will cover you. I bet on the dignity of the warrior. He will never catch up with you. Shen said to him, just hold boss off. Do not push yourself. I will bring someone to help you soon. Zhang said to Shen, well, I believe you. Then boss said to Zhang Chaoyu, huh, ridiculous, it is obvious that you are just a student. You have never seen blood. Do you deserve to be called a warrior? Zhang replied to him, I will never lose to a man like you who takes women as hostages. Then boss came in anger and moved forward to attack on Zhang and said to him, go to hell. Then Zhang fall down with the one punch of boss. Boss said to Zhang Chaoyu, if you are in full swing, I cannot bait you, now that you are seriously injured and you still want to stop me. Then Zhang began creeping and hold the leg of the boss. Then boss kicked him and said to him, kid, let go of me. Zhang said to him, I said, I will never let you catch up with me. Boss kicked Zhang hard and said to him, loser should just lie down and do not waste so much of my time. Then he saw that Zhang was moving toward him. He said, still you would not give up. Then he kicked Zhang and said to him, then die here. Then Shen Qian came back and said, stop it. Zhang looked at Shen and said, you have came back. Shen Qian said to him, the girls have left safely. I also got help. Just rest and take care of your wound. Zhang said, that is great. Boss said to Shen Qian, I did not think you dared to come back. Where are your reinforcements? Then Shen toward his heart and replied to boss, my reinforcements are right here. Boss began laughing and said to Shen, the guy just now is still a level 1 body refining warrior. What are you? You are a piece of garbage, you are not even at level 1. Shen said to boss, if you are going to take this tasteless laugh as your last words, I have no objection. Boss came in anger and said to Shen, what do you mean? Shen replied to him, what I mean is very simple. You hurt my friend, and you should get ready to be beaten by me. Then Shen began thinking that, since I was a kid, I was educated as the heir of the Shen group. My impersonal father did not spend much time with me, but every time he met me he would say, as the heir of the Shen family, you just learn to calculate before you do something. Unfortunately, it was not until I was kicked out of the Shen family that I realized that what the old man said was useful. Then I was kicked out from the Shen family by saying this, that the Shen family does not need you, a useless person with no martial arts talent. From today on, you are no longer a member of the Shen family. There was calculation in every department of the life. In the labor department, in the organizations, etc. Then he thought that, sometimes, even if the success rate of doing one thing is close to the zero, it is better than choosing to escape and regret for a lifetime. Shen wanted to escape from there. Boss said to him, what to escape? Do you think you can escape? Then he attacked on Shen, but he missed the punch by inches. Shen began thinking that, I provoked the guy with the words before, which made him more violent, but he lost his aim. Everything is in the calculation. The front of corner is in opportunity. As long as I can rush to the room to get the recovering pill and then hold on until the 300,000 get to the account, it is possible to reverse this situation. Boss came in anger and said to Shen, you are son of bitch, you are very flexible. On the other hand, Shen Qian said it is the time to jump from the roof to escape from here. Then boss picked a steel rod and said this length is just right. Then he beat him with that rod, then Shen fall down. Boss said to Shen Qian, I do not know why you run in that direction, but it does not matter. Now you have been cornered by me. No matter what is hidden in that direction, it does not matter. Then there was message on the phone of Shen Qian that, your Yunbai bank account has received 300,000 yuan. Then Shen said, this blow was the same as in my calculation. I wanted to enter the room in the first place, but I deliberately ran in the direction because of your obstruction. Then Shen took a pill. Boss said to Shen Qian, I thought you wanted to do something. But drugs. Then Shen said, top up. There was message that, transformation done, now you have 1 million virtual currency. Consuming 1 million virtual currency, military boxing was upgraded to perfection. The first body refining starts. Boss said to Shen, cannot you stand the medicine? Wait, I underestimated you. You are now level 1 body refining warrior. But so what? You will die anyway. Then, there was fight between Shen and Boss. Shen Qian stopped the attack of Boss this time. Boss was very surprised because Shen stopped his attack that time. Shen Qian said to Boss, I used to be beaten by you because my physical quality was weaker than you. But now we are both level 1 body refining warrior. Today I will show you the power of Eagle Blood Hand. Boss said to Shen, you are a boy who has not experienced fighting. Do not think that you can beat me now. Then they collapse with each other and fall away from each other. Shen began thinking that, unexpectedly, we are evenly matched. This guy is tough and his beast power is indeed better than the Eagle Blood Hand. Boss said to Shen, it is not a bad short, but it is already your best shot, right? However, my beast power can continue to become stronger, and every attack you make is digging for your grave. Shen Qian replied to him, is that so? Then, Shen moved forward and attack on Boss. That was too fast from Shen. That was lunge punch combo. Boss said to Shen Qian, it has no use. The most important thing of lunge punch is lunge. The force starts from the ground and concentrates the whole body strength on the one punch. Shen Qian said to Boss, we have lost the posture by doing continuous punches. The strength of the body cannot converge with the strength of the fist. No matter how many punches you give me, I feel nothing at all. Boss said to him, because of beast power, my power has become stronger. Keep going, and I will take care of you with a lick of my finger. And he attacked on Shen. But again he missed him completely. Shen said to him, you said you are becoming stronger, but you did not even hurt my hair. I am afraid your beast power is nothing but pig power. Baby pig, come and message me again if you dare. Boss came in anger and said to Shen Qian, you are talking too much. Then Shen Qian attacked on him with his elbow and Boss fall away. Boss said that was smart. But with this blow alone. Then suddenly he started losing his power. Shen Qian replied to him, beast power can only make you more powerful when you are injured, temporarily ignoring the pain, but it cannot heal your wounds. If I add another blow to the old wound near your heart, it will be enough to make you unable to move. Boss was thinking that the damage near my heart by my heart was done by Shen when he punched me Eagle Blood Blitz. Boss said to Shen, it is the wound left at that time. You have planned it long ago. You are an outstanding warrior. You would not hurt someone who could not move, would you? Shen said to Boss, what do you think? Then, Shen Qian punched a 108 lunge punch in a row. Then Boss fall down and he was feeling completely energy less. So in this way kidnapping incident came to an end. All the gangsters who came to stir up trouble were arrested and detained. The level 1 body refining warrior was also put on special shackles and imprisoned. The boss had nothing on him except a stupid amulet. He did not even have any money with him. Shen Qian had accepted to get a copy of Beast Power. While on other hand in the office of Operations Section, Shen Qian said to Police Inspector, hey, sir, did know how dangerous the situation was. At that time the gangster said he would kill the hostages. I fought so hard with him. Inspector said to Shen Qian, young man, why do I feel that your words sound so familiar? He began thinking that, why is this troublesome boy again? Shen further said to Inspector, right, it suddenly occurred to me that the warrior I caught this time was ruthless and cruel. You must check his criminal record. He may have several lives in his hand. Then an investigator said to Inspector, sir, this man fingerprints have been checked against his DNA records. Shen said, wow, sis, you are so efficient. Inspector said to Shen, you guessed right, this guy is a fugitive. He came back to his city after a plastic surgery. Then Shen asked to Inspector, really? Since I helped you catch him, can I get reward? Inspector replied to Shen Qian, do not worry. I will help you apply for the reward. Just go home and wait for the good news. Inspector began thinking that, I did not accept to catch this guy. If it goes well, maybe I can get the evidence of that man guilt from his mouth. He said to Shen, why are you still here? Shen said to him, can I turn off the reward? Inspector asked to Shen, what? So what do you want? Inspector began thinking that, this kid does not want money. I have not seen him for a few days. And he has become a whole new person. Shen Qian said to Investigator, this guy brought so many people to the door to stir Up trouble, and there must be someone behind it. I just want to participate and catch the big fish behind it with you. Shen Qian was thinking that, if I does not find the mastermind behind it, I cannot sleep or eat. Well, while on the other hand Zhang Chaoyu was admitted in the advanced award. There was message, by the system that, settlement completed. Please assign free attribute point to the host. Zhang said to, system that, all of them are allocated to the constitution. Without martial arts, I am still too weak in defense. System replied to him, with the help of this system. As long as you do more god deeds, your strength will naturally grow rapidly. Zhang said, I do not do good deeds to increase my strength, but because I want to do it. Then system replied to him, yes, the host is a god person. Otherwise the system will not follow the host. Then there was ringing on the phone of Zhang Chaoyu. He picked up the phone and said to Miss Liang Ming, hey, Liang Ming. What is the matter? Liang Ming replied to Zhang, which ward are you in? Shen Qian, Wu Qian and I came up to see you. While on other hand 3 days later, in Muzzy Financial Office, there were some guys who were saying to Mr. Li, do not be silent at this time. Give us some ideas, what should we do? Mr. Li replied to them, is not what you are afraid of getting into trouble with the Liang Ming family. As far as I know, the president of Liang Group is a Spartan father. As long as we do not really hurt his daughter, he would not seek revenge. He would only tell his daughter coldly that, if you want revenge, do it yourself. In other words, our opponent is just a young lady who is not deeply involved in the world. How can she fight with us? Then guys said to Li, I see. You are right. While on other hand, the guy who was handling the account of Mr. Li said to Li, sir, here is a bad news. The account we use for external accounting has been frozen by the bank. Then a guy who was standing along Li said, who, do not scare me, you must have made a mistake. Mr. Li said, what did you say? Then, another guy said to Li, sir, not only external accounts. Even our secrets accounts are frozen. Then other guys also began saying that, Mr. Li, the company that docked with us before has cancelled the cooperation negotiation with us. I always feel that someone is staring at me when I got out recently. My computer seems to have been hacked and someone stolen important data. Mr. Li came in anger and said, it seems that I underestimate Miss Liang. While on other hand in the headquarter of the Liang Group, there were Miss Liang and Shen Qian. Liang Ming knocked the door and said to Shen, Liang family motto, if you have a grievance, you must repay it directly. Shen replied to Liang, I never thought that you would have such a side. Miss Liang said to Shen, even if I am not used to this situation, I will never rely on other people's hands. Shen Qian said to Liang Ming, I do not know much about finance and business, but you should have concerned the man behind the curtain, right? Liang Ming asked to Shen, what do you think? How are you getting ready? Shen replied to Miss Liang, of course it is a sure thing. The information of the investigation team is watching the guy every move. He has nowhere to escape. Although I really want to catch that Li Wenshu directly, Uncle wants to wait for a chance to catch them all. While on other hand in Muzzy Finance Office, Mr. Li said to all of his working guys that, you have been out with me for so long, and we have shared the joys and sorrows at this time, we should unite. All guys said, Mr. Li, you are right. Li said, tonight call everyone here, and we will have a good meal together. Eat well, and overcome the difficulty together. Then guys also began saying that, we will overcome the difficulties together. A guy was thinking that, Li Wenshu is so bold that he dares to gather his subordinates to boost morale at this time. The opportunity that Captain Wang is waiting for has come. That night a guy came here in finance office and said to Lady, where is LLI? She replied to that guy, I do not know. He was with us, shopping for dinner. Then suddenly the police arrived there and they broke the door and said to everyone, nobody move. All the members of the Muzzy Financial Office, you are under arrest of multiple crimes. Police inspector also entered in the office and inquired to the guys that were present there in the office, where is Li Wenshu? One of them replied, I do not know. Not long ago, he just said he was going to the bathroom, and he disappeared in the blink of eyes. Actually Li Wenshu was trying to escape from there. For this purpose he also broke a wall and then said to other guy to repair that wall. Inspector said, wait, Where is Shen Qian? While on other hand Mr. Li was trying to escape from there, he was saying that Liang Ming, Shen Qian, you young people really do not leave me any choice. Li looked toward Shen and said to him, you out me in this position. Good, hope we would not meet in the future. Shen Qian asked to Li. Are you Li Wenshu? It is exactly I guessed, using your men as bait, so you can escape from this route. I just bet a little bit. Hey, I did not think I would be right. A few days ago, I was deeply taken care of. Mr. Li said to Shen Qian, I admit defeat. Since you can defeat Wu Juli, it proves that your strength is not bad. I did not accept you to be so resourceful that you could trace it to me. But I do not think we need to confront each other, do we? Shen Qian asked to Li Wenshu, what do you mean? Mr. Li replied to Shen Qian that, I have 3 million in cash in this bag, which I was planning to use to make a comeback. If you give way, I am willing to hand it over to you. If I get caught, all this money will be confiscated. Shen Qian began thinking about that deal and said that sounds like a good idea. Mr. Li said, in that case, our deal will stand. Then Li Wenshu used his key as power item to attack on Shen. And said, to Shen go to hell. But he missed his attack completely. Shen said to Li, you can throw so much destructive power with a key. Impressive. But you are very insidious. You are obviously more powerful than me, but you still want to sneak attack me. It is a pity that I did not believe you from the beginning to the end. I have always kept a huge degree of vigilance against you. Mr. Li said to Shen Qian, I underestimated you, but I think you made a mistake. You think vigilance is useful. You are only level 1. But I am level 3. Then police also reached there and said, Li Wenshu, you are surrounded, raise your hands and surrender immediately. Li was very surprised that they searched him so quickly. How is that possible? Shen said by using GPS. Shen said to Inspector, Sir, you are really awesome. You found me so quickly. By the way, I helped you catch the main criminal this time. Can you give me reward? Inspector replied to Shen, okay, I know, I will think about it. Li Wenshu began laughing and said to Shen, it turns out you have GPS all along. You have never thought to take me by yourself. Then police moved forward and tied the hands of Li with handcuffs. Li said to Shen, do you think you won this time? Just wait, it would not be long. You will see who wins and who loses. Shen Qian said to Lil, I will wait. Then on the next day in the Shen Qian villa, Wu Qian asked to Shen, how much money did you get for doing such a big good deed this time? Shen replied to her, no, I did not take the reward from the police station, nor did I take the reward from the Liang father. Do you know the most profitable job for you? Wu Qian said to Shen, for me, the most lucrative job, babysitting for you, doing your homework, cooking and cleaning the house. Shen Qian said to Wu Qian, no, you do not know what you are capable of. Listen, the most lucrative job you can do, no doubt, is to be a martial art teacher. Then she began thinking about that. I will wear the red dress for that purpose. And I will have a Wu martial art class. She said to Shen Qian, it turns out that you did not ask for a penny of reward because you wanted to get the right to open a martial art school with a favor. Shen Qian replied to her, of course, only by doing business. Can we make more money? How many times can you ask for a reward? Shen Qian wanted to give the martial teacher dress to Wu Qian. She denied to taking and wearing that clothes by saying that, I cannot even do the basic moves. How can I instruct others? You are the better choice. Shen Qian said to Wu Qian, you can have 30% of the income. Wu Qian said to Shen, you can count on me if it is just basic move. That is easy. I have seen others do that, though I have not practiced myself. Shen Qian said to her, wait. That sounds weird. Then Wu Martial Arts Training Center for Beginners was opened. The fund was given by Liang Group with the Wu Qian as the instructor. Shen said, thanks to Liang Ming. Promotion. The Martial Arts Training Center enlists enough trainers. After the classes begin, trainees are satisfied with the Wu Qian direct instruction without suspecting that she knows nothing about martial arts. Then a month later, Shen Qian said to Wu Qian, fetch me the bank account. Wu Qian was thinking that, I am so embarrassed in the maid outfit. But Shen, pay me extra $20 if I dress like this. Just do it. Then she gave the bank account to Shen. Shen Qian looked at the account and said, the training center profit this month is only $8,000 excluding the rent and the water and electricity bill. The money is enough for daily expenses of Wu Qian and me, but is far from enough to top up. Then Miss Liang Ming came there in the school. Shen Qian said to Miss Liang, why are you here? Are you going to sponsor the center? Come in. Miss Liang replied to Shen, no kidding. I have just learned that school officials let you drop out. Shen Qian came in anger and said to Miss Liang, shit. I finally get one day off. Are you kidding me? Come on. I am disciplined, hardworking and well-behaved. Why should I drop out? Then Wu Qian also came forward and asked to Miss Liang, right? Shen Qian is assiduous. Why should he drop out? Liang Ming replied to her that, the school officials say you broke 13 rules including 3 essential ones. Firstly, you cheated in the monthly exam. Shen Qian said to Liang Ming, the system of the monthly exam is outdated, so I availed myself of its loopholes. Besides, Miss Lin forgave me. Liang Ming replied to Shen, Miss Lin forgave you last month, but it does not mean you can screw up again. Shen Qian came in anger and said, I do not. I sympathized with Pheepin, so I helped him take the first place. Is it wrong to help classmates in need? Miss Liang said to Shen Qian, do you believe what you are saying? Secondly, you are engaged in monetary trade in school, giving a bad example for your classmates. Shen said to Miss Liang, I did not rob anything. I bought pills from students and worked for rich ones. It is fair and legal. If it is a bad example, the snack shop should be closed first. Then Wu Qian said that is true. She gave the water to Miss Liang. Liang said to her, thank you, you are so considerate. Shen Qian said to Miss Liang, the second one is true, what about the third one? Miss Liang was drinking water. She came in anger and said to Shen Qian, I need some water, I am dying of thirst. Then after drinking water she said, thirdly, you fought with others. You beated up Gao Bo and other 2 classmates. Shen Qian said to Miss Liang, you do me wrong. They planned to beat me to please Shen Haoshan, so I took the initiative to make a move. I recorded and sent it to Miss Lu. Miss Liang further said, you helped the police with crackdown on gang crimes and won a great honor. Ideally, the school is proud of you and would not let you drop out. You are targeted. Shen Qian asked to Miss Liang, is the person that targeting me, Shen Haoshan? Miss Liang said, right, I investigated him. The Shen family has a stake in Yenabai School. The school officials with consent to what he want to do, as long as it does not go too far. Shen Qian said, eventually Shen Haoshan makes a move. He did not target me before because he looked down upon me. It seems that what I have done recently makes him uneasy. Miss Liang said to Shen Qian, go to school with me to see if there is anything we can do. Zhang Chaoyu is arguing with the school. Shen Qian replied to her, that is my brother. I have chosen the right man. He said to Wu Qian to stay in the training center, because he was off to school with Miss Liang Ming. Then half a day later Shen Qian and Miss Liang were walking on the footpath and talking to each other. Shen Qian said to Miss Liang, Shen Haoshan thanks I will drop put. He never accepts that I just take a break from school temporarily thanks to the help of Zhang Chaoyu and you. Miss Liang said to Shen Qian, it is not better than dropping out. The school just retains your status as a student temporarily. Then Miss Liang stopped and said to Shen Qian, sorry, you saved my life but I do not help you a lot this time. Shen Qian said to her, no. For me you are a great help this time. Going to school or not does not matter. It is enough to retain my status as a student so that I can have the college entrance examination. Miss Liang said to Shen Qian, it makes sense, your military boxing is in perfection. Gang members with beast skills are no match for you. Shen said you are talking true. My goal is the top Zhengwu University. Then both Shen Qian and Miss Liang Ming came back to the training center. Then they saw that center was sealed by Yunbai Warriors Association. Then people were gathered in the front of center and began saying that, eventually, the martial art club is sealed by Yunbai Warrior Association. A warrior from Liang Group offers his E1 certificate, Sawu Martial Arts Training Center for beginners with it. In fact, none of its instructions get the certificate. Then Miss Liang Ming said to Shen Qian, I knew the training center is not qualified. Its female instructor is weak. She does not teach martial arts but Tai Chi. This is not what you said several days ago when you peeped her chest. Why is it sealed? Find it out. Wu Qian was weeping and said, hearing some noise outside. I came out, only to find it is sealed. Shen Qian came in anger and said, things go away, the troubles come in waves. Is it Shen Haoshan? Miss Liang said. To Shen Qian, I called a phone and found it out. Mr. Yu is making trouble in secret. Shen said, Mr. Yu, who is he? Miss Liang said, Li Wenshu that we put in prison last time is not the man behind. The real man is Mr. Yu, the financial king of Yunbai Underworld. He is a big shot from a criminal gang in Yunbai Underworld. He has a good relationship with Huang Tiankang, the president of Yunbai Warrior Association. Mr. Yu asks someone to report our training center to Yunbai Warrior Association. Huang Tangqiang orders his men to seal our center up. Opening martial art with other people's certificates is very common. But, once reported, it is a big problem. Our training center cannot open in the near team for we cannot use other people's certificate anymore. You still do not get E1 certificate. To get the E1 certificate, one needs to refine one body for 3 times. Based on your capability, you should spend a year or so on that. Shen Qian said, a year or so? It would not be long. Shen Haoshan is jealous of my achievement. He manages to force me to drop out with efforts. Mr. Yu pulls strings to seal my training center. He will be glad if I cannot stay Yunbai anymore. I am annoyed now. They would not meet a good news. They do not want me to have the college examination. I must take the exam to get the first place in Yunbai. They do not allow me to open the training center. But I will insist. I will manage it and make a good fortune. Then Miss Liang said, but you do not have E1 certificate. Shen Qian said to her, I know I do not have a E1 certificate. Do not worry, I will get one. Then Shen Qian said to system, check how much of my virtual currency I have left. Then there was reply from the system that, the account current virtual currency balance is $4,300. Shen Qian said, this amount of money is not enough for me to pay. Oh bragged myself in front of Liang Ming before. Do I have to turn back and ask him to lend money now? I can borrow money from Zhang Chaoyu and Liang Ming, but it would be a great favor to lend me couple of millions. But a couple of millions cannot even buy a first level of Eagle Blood Hand. It is not worthwhile to continue to buy Eagle Blood Hand. It would be great if there were other martial arts that were on the same level as military boxing. Wu Qian said to Shen Qian, I bought all the martial arts related books in the 2ND hand market for only $35. Then Shen was reading the book and said, Iron Palm, useless. There is no information related to Reiki in the book, and the body will not be tempered even after I practice it to perfection. Wu Qian said to Shen Qian, there are many fallacies in this book, and it should have been written casually by people in the past and it cannot be practiced at all. Shen Qian said, sure enough, the martial arts that can quench the body will not be sold on the market at all. I am too naive. Wu Qian said to Shen Qian, the name of this martial book is amazing, No Phase Magic, let me check it put. Then she started reading book and said, getting started seems very easy, looking at the description is much better than those beauty bloggers. Shen Qian said, damn, the name is so awesome. I thought it was some powerful martial arts, but it turned out to be teaching people how to make up. Wu Qian said, it is not simple makeup, it is disguise. Shen Qian said, are not they the same way? Then 15 minutes later, while Wu Qian was reading the book and said, this martial arts can be practiced to the extreme, and you can change the shape and height it well. In theory, you can imitate anyone. However, this is only the competition of the creator, and he has not reached that level. It is a pity that it is not a martial art of Reiki, and most people can only practice it to beginning. The latter is too obscure, and the use of this martial art is limited. Shen Qian thought, it can imitate anyone. He came in anger and snatched the book from Wu Qian and said to her, give me the No Phase Magic. And you can pack up the rest and throw it in the locker. Wu Qian asked to Shen, you want to practice this one? Shen Qian said, it is not a bad thing to practice. I just suddenly figured out how to make money. Then Shen Qian moved toward Sengson Finance Company. He looked toward the interior of the company and said, now loan finance companies are more decorated than banks. Then he meet with a worker of the company for loan. She said to Shen Qian, I am sorry sir, according to your credit records in various banks, you do not meet our loan conditions. Please, come again next time. Shen Qian came in anger and said to her, you are the usury, or not you? Why would I borrow money from you if I could get it approved by the bank? She said, it is our policy. Not everyone in our financial company can borrow money. Then Shen stood up with anger and said, I checked the internet, and you seem to have a deputy general manager named Li Wenshu, who went to prison a few days ago. It is me, I did it. Why do not you call your boss again? Then she called the boss and said, yes, okay, I understand. Then she put the phone and asked to Shen, are you Shen Qian? Shen, yes it's me. Shen was thinking that, I really wanted to disguise myself and come here as Shen Haoshan. But unfortunately for such a big event as loaning money, this trick is useless, and a phone call will expose me. Then he said to Lady, why you stop laughing? She said to Shen Qian, please forgive me, could not recognize you, I am just stupid. Then she pointed toward the office and said to Shen Qian, the Zhang Dong is waiting for you inside. Then Shen entered in the office and sat at the chair. He said to Zhang Dong, I want to borrow 3 million. Can you do that? Manager said to Shen, if it's you Mr. Shen, we would not lend you anything less than 5 million. Shen said to manager, are not you afraid I cannot pay you back? Then manager said to Shen, how is that possible? There is no way you cannot pay it back. The monthly interest is 6 cents with the period of 6 months. If it is not repaid when it is due, the interest will be doubled. If you agree, sign on the agreement paper and 5 million will be credited to your card within 24 hours. Then Shen signed on the paper and said, as expected of usury greedy. Thanks for your rescue this time. Manager said, no problem. Manager said to Shen, what are you doing? Shen replied to him, I think you are also like a warrior, cannot help trying it, just a try. Manager said to Shen Qian, do you want to use this money to get a warrior qualification certificate and turn over? The improvement of strength is not an overnight thing. Do you think you can increase your strength faster than our interest? You are just a bereaved dog that was kicked out by the Shen family. If you do not pay me back after another 3 months, I will turn you into a dead dog. Then Shen moved out from the company and said, sure enough, the usury of Mr. Yu family will definitely lend me money. Because I am not afraid that I will die. Zhang Dong like me now, is refining the body. Fair enough, let's pay later. Then after 3 days of refining the body at home, Shen Qian was thinking that he can finally came out to breathe. Then he with Wu Qian moved toward the Yunbai No. 1 self-service barbecue. Then shopkeepers looked toward the Shen that he was coming toward their shop. They began saying to each other, it is these two guys, close the door. It's been a few days and they are here again. Close the door. Billboards are also included, or even the billboards will be beaten. Then Shen asked to Wu Qian, are we that scary? Wu Qian said to Shen, your face was so horrible when you were eating last time, scared them all. Then Shen began telling about him that what was happened previously at this place because of this reason. After borrowing 5 million from a financial company, I began to prepare to upgrade my host lethal exercise. Eagle Blood Hand. Now I only have a small pill I got from the second monthly exam. The biggest loss of not being able to go school is the lack of high-level medicine pills. The most rubbish blood pills in the black market cost 100,000 per one. Whoever buys it is an idiot. When the military body refining is complete, it is only need a small pill. Ideally, it should be enough, right? Anyway, just use this pill. Then I said to system that, top up the first layer of Eagle Blood Hand to completeness. Then system replied to me that, consuming 3 million virtual currency, the first level of Eagle Bloody Hand was raised to perfection. The second, Reiki quenching begins, after successively adding the first level of General Body Fist and Eagle Blood Hand. To consumption I was finally promoted to the second level of body refinement. However, the energy required for the completion of the first layer of the Eagle Bloody Hand is far beyond my imagination. A small pill is simply not enough, shame on me. Then I started eating even sitting in the toilet. Wu Qian said to me, that is toilet. You cannot eat the stuff inside. But I was feeling starvation. Thanks to Wu Qian, who decisively knocked me unconscious with a pot to save my name. Then Wu Qian took me to this shop and I ate all the food inside to save my life. Then Shen Qian pointed toward the same restaurant and said to Wu Qian, cannot we not focus on the shop, it do not open again. Wu Qian said, no way, your appetite at that time, how can you be full if you do not come to the buffet? I helped you to pay for the buffet, do not forget to return it to me. Shen Qian asked to her, do not be mean. Wu Qian said to Shen, I worked hard for my money, and 68 yuan is not little. Then they both entered in the Liang Chinese restaurant. They sat at the table. Shen Qian said to Wu Qian, order, whatever you want, my treat today. Then they served by whole roasted chicken. Wu Qian said to in fact you can just order 2 dishes. We cannot eat up that much. Shen Qian gave the money to Wu Qian. Then she said to Shen no, quite busy these, why? Do not you just give the money directly? Wu Qian stared at Shen Qian. Shen said to her, what happened? These are for you, help yourself. Nothing gallantry, either rape or theft. Wu Qian said to Shen, just speak straight, as long as it is not borrowing money. Shen said to her, do not worry. I am lending money, I just want you to teach me the no-phase magic. He was thinking that, I have not been idle for the past 3 days. I have been studying no-phase magic. Unfortunately I really have no talent in makeup and I cannot even get started. He said to Wu Qian, let me fill drink for you. Wu Qian said to Shen, okay, as long as it is not about the money, do not worry with my Wu-style teaching method. You will learn it, I can finally eat at ease. I am dying for food. Then she started eating food and said, it is easy to get started with no-phase magic, but it is not same so magical if you just get started, it is not natural as the cosmetic surgery. In Korea.as for the so-called ability to change one appearance and become someone else appearance. It is just the author imagination. And he has not practiced it himself. Shen Qian said to Wu Qian, I know what I am doing, all you have to do is get me started. Wu Qian said to Shen, why are you doing this? Anyway, planning to a plastic surgery clinic to make money. Shen Qian said to her, why are you thinking about the money all the time? I am going to make a big deal. Then after meal they moved toward home. After 2 days, there was message from the system that a new entry-level exercise method has been detected. The name of the exercise method, no-phase magic, which can be upgraded with virtual currency. Shen Qian said, not in vain, I was afraid this thing would not work. By the way, I read this martial arts and the whole article does not mention any theory related to Reiki, nor does it increase physical fitness, so I do not need to use drugs when leveling up, right? Then system replied to Shen that no-phase magic does not involve the theory of Reiki, and the top-up upgrade does not consume the host's energy, but corresponding to it, it cannot attract the Reiki heaven and earth to quench the body after completion. Shen Qian said to system, as long as no need to take drugs, I really do not have money to buy drugs. How much it will cost, you tell the system. Then system replied that, it takes 10,000 yuan to upgrade the no-phase magic skill to initial success, 20,000 yuan to upgrade to great success, and 1.4 million yuan to upgrade to complete one. Then Shen Qian came in anger by listening too much prices, and said, this is too bullshit. This crap cannot improve the realm of body refining, and it costs so much money. You cannot catch a wolf without a child. For the 5 million usury, this money still need to be spent. Then he said to the system, the no-phase magic, directly added to the complete. Then, there was message from the system that, has upgraded the no-phase magic to perfection by consuming virtual currency. Then Shen Qian said, my head is so dizzy, not to mention anything else. The amount of information about this no-phase magic is more than double the sum of my previous top-up. Military body fist and eagle blood hand, let me take a rest. The payment more than 1.6 million is really not in vain. Now I can control my muscles, bones and even body hairs, skin pigment, relatively free. Then he saw his body in mirror and said, it is easy to become a big black fat man, although I do not know how to change my appearance to someone else. But the length of my face, the thickness of the voice, and the rigidity and softness of the body can be changed at will as described in the book. I have to try it out with Wu Qian. Then HW said to Wu Qian, try Mr. Shen 72 transformation. Then Shen Qian changed himself into Shen Haoshan while after some days Shen Qian began investigating the daily routine of General Manager of Financial Office Zhang Dong. Shen Qian was thinking that, after 2 days of investigation, I found out the daily activities of Zhang Dong in Sengson Company. I just need to catch this man, and force him to hand over all of Sengson loan contract. Do not need to worry about usury, as far. What happened after Sengson Company called the police? Then Zhang Dong was sitting in the car and was moving toward his office. Then suddenly Shen Qian came in the front of car. Then Zhang stopped the car and came out from the car and said to Shen Qian, fuck you, you want to die? What the hell is going on with you? You hide after throwing yourself to my car. Show your face. Boy, how dare you blackmail me? I would not let you go so easily today. Then he stepped forward to attack at Shen Qian, but Qian kicked him hard and he fall away. Zhang said, such a great power, are you also a warrior? You are not the fraud, who are you? Then Shen Qian wear off his mask. Then Zhang was very surprised that Mr. Yu alternative was Shen Qian. Shen Qian was also very surprised that his brother's second name was Mr.Yu, Shen. Qian said to Zhang, you know I am Mr.Yu. Zhang replied to him, of course, I know you. But why are you so suddenly? Shen Qian said to him, you tell me. Zhang said to Shen Qian, it is the thing of Yan'an City. It is indeed not quite suitable for talking in the phone. He actually could figure out by himself. I do not know anything. I would keep quiet and get more information. Shen Haoshan was thinking that Mr. Yu is more and more fathomless. Zhang said to Haoshan, no need to worry. Since you mentioned last time that you would let me take the business of Yan'an City, I have already started to finish the business here. Shen Qian was very surprised by hearing that and said, business from Yan'an City. Has Shen Haoshan power reached Yan'an City? Zhang said, the situation in the Yan'an City is not same as that in Yenabi, where the supervision of government departments is stricter. In term of doing the business, I do have lot of experience. Leave it to me. You would not have any worries. While on other hand Shen Qian was also getting all of these information and said, what a man Shen Haoshan, in just 2 years, he has gone from stealing things for a living to the underworld boss in the 2 cities. Zhang called Shen Haoshan but he came in anger and gave no reply to him. Then Shen Qian said to Zhang, you said you were finishing things up. What have you been doing? Zhang replied to him, I have the person in charge of Sengson Company. It will take me at least half a year to leave. You cannot have a company this big without a host. I have put all the important information of the company in it these days. Shen Qian said to him, all the material. Zhang replied to him, yes, I have been working on these lately and with them, anyone can get up to speed on taking over the company in a week. I originally planned it to you tomorrow, but I did not accept you value this task so much, and came in person. He was thinking that Shen Qian does not believe in me, and he wanted to test my loyal came here in person. Fortunately I already prepared all the materials neatly. Now he will believe my loyal to the company and continue to entrust me. Then Zhang gave the all record to Shen Qian. He said to Zhang, you did a good job. Take a break from the business in Yan'an. I have a more important task for you to do. Zhang asked to Shen Qian, more important task? Qian replied to him, yeah, it is a top secret mission, but there has been some chatter out there and I suspect even my phone is being tapped. Zhang said to Shen, I see that is why you are so hidden this time. Qian said, yes, the tasks are of high priority. You must be cautious. The final mission objective cannot be revealed at this time. In the first step, you need to sneak into the construction site in Longxing Park, Longxing City, incognito and move bricks at the site as a migrant worker, without contacting anyone you know to avoid giving your identity away. The second step, about 10 days or half a month, I will personally look for you at the construction site, then give you the following tasks. In the meantime, do not contact anyone you know by phone, including me. Zhang said to Shen Qian, do not worry, I am gonna take the SIM card off and throw it away. Before you find me in prison I will completely disappear from this world. Shen said to him, I believe in you. Then Zhang destroy his phone and SIM card, and Shen Qian sent him on the plane to Longxing. Shen Qina said, sorry that you have to keep a low profile though you are a big boss. To make it up for you, I will help you get to the top line. While on other hand Shen Qian also reached in the finance company by changing his appearance in the form of Zhang. He entered in the office and everyone was wishing him, good morning, Mr. Zhang. Then he entered in the office. The ladies who work there in the company began saying to each other that, what is the matter with him? Where is his poker face? Xiaoli was caught having breakfast at work, but he did not say anything. While on other hand Shen Qian closed the door and said, good, no one finds out I am a fake. Then he called the all office staff and said, I have an important document to deal with in the next 2 hours, and no one is allowed to come in and disturb me, no matter what happened. Then hang up the phone and said, right now is my treasure hunting time. As soon as I came in, I noticed this safe. Let me think about it. The password he gave in the file is. Then he opened the box and said, whoa, a bunch of high-grade medicinal pills and gold and silver jewelry. Not much cash, but a few bank cards. Then Shen Qian said to System, top up my bank card. Then System replied to him, general equivalent is belonging to. Others can be converted into virtual currency through direct contact. The amount in the bank card is digital currency and cannot be touched, so I cannot convert into other people bank cards. Then Shen said to System, you are so useless System, I cannot believe you cannot top up the money in the other people cards. Then he threw away all cards and said to the System, forget it, at least the banknotes can be converted. Then System said, found 20,000 yuan in banknotes, non-host property, conversion takes 100 minutes. Then Shen Qian stood up and said, it will take 100 minutes, put it in my pocket and let it slowly convert into my account. Then after an hour and a half, someone knocked at the door of the office. Then other staff said to the guy, do not knock the door, Mr. Zhang had given orders not to disturb him this morning, no matter what happened. Have you forgotten what happened to the last man who broke into the office against his wishes? Then guy said, I see. While on other hand inside the office Shen Qian was very happy and said, get it done, so whether it is paper-filled materials, electronic-filled contracts, back-end servers or cloud-backed, all the loan documents have completely disappeared from this world. There are still some incriminating evidence of Sangxin Company. I have already backed up these criminal evidence and some loan shark contracts, which all of them I have left on this USB flash drive. But if I want to eradicate this company, I still need to do one more thing. I report Sangxin Company, report myself, that we are not human, we have lost our conscience, we are ostensibly a financial institution. But in reality we are an usury company. For those who cannot pay their departments, women we take naked pictures. For man we chopped off his hands and feet, and if he accidentally chopped to death, then he will be tied into a sack and will sank into the river. I am a conscientious person, I cannot take this anymore, now I have to surrender myself. Some of our company loan contracts and criminal evidence have been put on the internet, you are welcome to check, even though I am not human being. The culprit of all this is the underworld emperor of Yunbai, known as Mr. Yu. No one in Yanbei knew what Mr. Yu looked or what his real name is. In fact he is the current heir of the Shen family, Shen Hooshan. While on other hand Mr. Yu was also watching all of these things on laptop. A guy who was standing along the Yu said to him, do not worry sir, there is no evidence that you are Mr. Yu. I used the strength of the Shen family to suppress it again, and it should be over in few days. Then Mr. Yu said to Guy, how about Sanshin Company? Guy said, Sanshin Company. Then there was ringing on the telephone of Mr. Yu. He picked up the phone and there was voice from the phone that, bad thing happened. Mr. Yu Zhang put those photos and company information on the internet, because of the solid evidence. And it has the top of the hot search list. Sangxin Company was seized and banned. Mr. Yu said to Guy, how about Zhang Shin? Guy said, no one has seen Zhang since 3 days ago, so should be hiding. Post an order to kill him, I want to see Zhang dead body within 3 months. While on other hand in the Longxing city, Zhang was present in the construction site as it was instructed. He was saying that, when the heaven will send the great responsibility to the people of this country, they must first work hard on their minds, and work their muscles and bones. No one would have thought that me, a general manager, would pretend to be a brick mover. After this is done, Mr. Yu will defiantly put me in an important position. Then on other hand in garden of Villa Shen Qian was practicing martial art and said, Zhang company is completely finished, and no one has come to urge me to pay back the money. Hey, I am debt-free. Close to the body, through the fingertips, it's done. Then there was message from the system that the second level entry of the Eagle Blood Hand has been detected, and the virtual currency can be used for upgrading. Shni Qian said, Martial art is really not easy to practice, even if I have the first level as foundation. It took me half a month to get started on the second level. Now is the time to enjoy the fruits of victory. System, tell me, how much money I have to spend this time. System replied to him, it takes 40,000 yuan to upgrade the second level of Eagle Blood Hand to initial success, 400,000 yuan to great success, and 4 million yuan to perfection. Shen Qian said, it's so expensive. Is it easy for me to make money? Fortunately, I made a windfall from Zhang. Although I did not get much cash, I can earn more than 4 million yuan for selling those jewelries. The elixir is also from Zhang. Poor Zhang should be hunted by Shen Haoshan all over the world now, ha ha ha. Ready to top up. Then Shen Qian said to the system, upgrade the second level of Eagle Blood Hand to perfection. Then system replied to him, consuming 4.44 million virtual currency, second level of Eagle Blood Hand was upgraded to perfection. The third quenching begins. Then Shen Qian said, although I have only 20,000 yuan left, I am poor again. Then he began punching a stone and said, it's worth it. Is this the third level of body refining? I feel that my strength is soaring, much stronger than level 2. E1 certificate, here I come. Then he moved toward the Wu institution and he talked to her about the E1 certificate. Wu Qian said to Shen Qian, since the certificate is so good, where can I get it? Shen said, good question. Shen Qian said, there are 2 stages in the martial arts qualification examination, namely the registration stage and the actual combat stage. The time is the 10th and 15th of each month, and the location is in the Warriors Association of each city. Yanbei is a small city and I can only get an E-certificate, but it is perfect for me. Then Wu Qian and Shen Qian moved toward the Yanbei Warrior Association. Shen said to Wu Qian, the first item if E1 certificate examination is to register, you need to use the WZ tester to test the warrior. It is expensive and only the Warrior Association has it. Then they moved into the Warrior Realm testing room. A guy tested the body of Shen Qian and said to him, heart pulse activity, muscle density, bone strength, primordial force fluctuation, all the indications have reached the standard of level 3 body refining. Wu Qian asked to Shen Qian, brother, Shen, how is it going? Shen Qian replied to her, for signing up, as long as you have no criminal record, no major disease, and is on 3 body refining, you can do it. It is very simple. Wu Qian said, it is very difficult just to reach level 3 body refining. And ordinary people like me are still in the majority in this society. Wu Qian said to Shen Qian, you just need to take the exam on 15th, pass it, and then you can get E1 certificate, is that right? Shen Qian said, yes, the association will assign an examiner who is also at level 3 body refining to compete with me. The whole process will be videotaped. If you can hold on for 30 strokes, you can get the certificate. Then a boy tried to mess with Shen Qian, but at that Shen Qian was in that mood. Wu Qian asked to Shen, Borther, what is wrong? Shen replied to her, nothing. Liang Ming mentioned before that Mr. Yu had some connections with the Yanbei Warriors Association. I almost forgot. While on other hand at the barbecue shop, Shen Haoshan and another guy, whose name was Huang, were enjoying the drinks and barbecue. Then Shen Haoshan said to Huang, how about it? You are used to eating in big restaurants. Does it taste good here? Huang replied to him, it is true that food in such a small stall is more enjoyable, but I am only here because of you. Huang said to Shen Haotian, you should have listened to me long ago and let my people take over Sengson Company. Now look, I was harmed by Zhang and almost implicated you. Then there was ringing on the mobile of the guy. He picked up the call and there was information from someone that Shen Qian has been qualified. Huang was very surprised by listening that, and said, what is it? How is he qualified? Then Guy said to him, no way, are you sure you read that right? Huang said, yeah, okay, got it. Shen Haoshan asked to him, what is going on? Huang replied to Shen that, one of my subordinates saw Shen Qian in the Warrior Association. He checked the information in the association and found that the boy had taken the examination of E1 certificate and passed the registration. Shen Haodan said, this is impossible. Hong also said, it is really unbelievable. A few days ago, Shen Qian did not even get started with military boxing. Even if he was good, he could not reach level 3 body refining this quickly. Shen Haodan said, indeed, no normal person, no matter how talented, can be so fast. Then Guy said, Mr. Shen, you can rest, assured that Shen Qian would not get the E1 certificate that easily. I cannot do anything about the whole process of the examination of the martial arts qualification certificate, but I will give him the greatest pressure within the rules. No matter what shortcut Shen Qian found or medicine he took. He is a young man. He cannot have any combat experience. His fighting style will never be strong. I will make it difficult for him in the actual combat assessment. Shen Qian said to Huang, thank you. However, Shen Qian is at least in the great success level in the military boxing. Be careful. Huang began laughing and said, great success of military boxing. It is all right, I will send Wu Lian, a martial arts fanatic, to examine him. This is the trump card of our association. Although he is only at level 3 body refining, he has defeated level 4 body refining terrorists in actual combat. No matter how excellent Shen Qian is, he can never pass this test. Then other day at the morning time, Wu Qian got up and said, Brother Shen, what are you doing in the morning? Shen Qian prepared the breakfast for Wu Qian. Shen Qian said to her, it's time for the actual combat examination of E1 certificate. Yes, gets up so late. Are you a nanny or am I a nanny? Wu Qian pulls the chair and said, sorry, I read too late yesterday. Do not deduct my salary. No, is not the exam on the 15th. Today is the 14th. It's the wrong day. While on other side at actual combat site, for examination of E1 certificate of Yanbei Warriors Association, there was start of fight for certificate. There was announcement from the judges that, number 3, held on for 9 strokes. Failed. Then there was a guy who looked at candidates for certificates and said, a person who only practices and does not do actual combat, who has no actual combat experience and who is fragile, also wants to get the E1 certificate. It turned out to be Wu Lian. He is the martial art fanatic. Where is he the examiner? Then there was reply that, we are here to get the certificate. As long as you are not too bad, the examiners will let you pass. But this martial art fanatic will not show mercy. He is not afraid of offending people. And the president and 2 vice presidents of the Warriors Association came to invigilate the exam in person. The exam is too strict this year. While on other hand Shen Qian along with Cam in Warrior Association, Shen Qian began laughing and said to Wu Qian, here I come, E1 certificate. While on other hand in the ring, every player was getting failed. President asked to teacher, what is wrong? Why is there only one person who passed the actual combat? Then teacher replied to him, this group people basically have no actual combat experience. They are very weak. Letting them pass the E1 examination is my shame. President said to him, but if the number of the passed people is too small, the report we will submit to the higher authorities this month will not look good. Then teacher replied to president, that is your business. Since I am the examiner, I would not let people fish in troubled water. Then president came in anger and said, damn, in order to harm Shen Qian, letting the martial arts fanatic be. The examiner is really lifting a rock only to drop it on my own feet. Vice president said to president, there is no need to get angry with this kind of nerd, and you can just give him a hard time when he wants a promotion and a raise. President was thinking that, Shen Qian, why did not you come? While, on other hand after a long time Shen Qian found out the E1 certificate actual combat assessment room. Then Shen opened the door. President said to other judges, I am coming. Then a guy came here and said to judges, Sorry, I am road nerd, so I am late. A judge came my anger and said, who is this? While on other hand President came toward the counter and said to Guy, is Shen Qian here? Then Guy replied to him, no. The examination is finished. No more examinees. President began thinking that, does not he want the E1 certificate? There were two guys who also failed in the examination were talking to each other that. Damn, who said Yanbei examination is simpler? I came from Yan'an specially. Then other guy said, next time I will take test in my city. Yan'an examination is difficult, but no difficult as here. President was also listening their conservation and then realized that, yes, the E1 certificate can be assessed across the provinces and cities. People usually take the exam nearby, and I forget it subconsciously. Then he said to Guy on the counter, investigate with the internal network whether there is a Shen Qian taking part in the actual combat exam in nearby cities. Then Guy checked and said to President that, a man named Shen Qian signed up for the actual combat examination in the Yan'an city today, and now he has passed it. Then President came in anger by hearing that Shen Qian has been passed in the examination. While on other hand Wu Qian asked to Shen Qian, brother, how is the exam going? Shen replied to her, I am the great Shen Qian, of course I nailed it. I passed, and the E1 certificate will be made and issued within the month. Wu Qian said to Shen Qian, unexpectedly brother, you got up so early on the 14th in order to rush to Yan'an city to take part in the examination. Shen Qian replied to her, all the warriors association in the country are connected. I can do the exam anywhere. I would be out of my mind to face Mr. Yu. He called Mr. Yu and said to him, you want to mess with me? I am better at messing with people. Mr. Yu replied to Shen Qian that, I am sorry this time. I did not accept this boy to make such a move and take me by surprise. It's alright. You cannot interfere too much with the E1 certificate. You have done your best. Then Mr. Yu called Hunag and said to him, my old man also know that Shen Qian got the E1 certificate, and was planning to take him back to the Shen family. And his identity would be different. Immediately, it is fight between me and him now. So you do not have to get involved. Then he hung up the phone and there was message from system that, trade system activated. Then on other day Shen Houghton was practicing hard and looked at the robot and said, this robot, which can be transformed into other people appearance, looks exactly like me, except that its expression is a little stiff. And it really has the strength of a level 5 body refining warrior in the earth. The profiteer did not fool me this time. 2 years ago I, Shen Haoshan, was just a loser of cultivation and an abandoned illegitimate son. Shen Qian, who had no talent for cultivation, could inherit the huge property of the Shen family. He said that, I have money so I can do whatever I want. But all this was reversed after I became a cultivation genius. Not to be exact, it was not me who changed this, it was this all heaven trading system. On the night of the 15th of each month, when the moon is at its fullest, the all heaven trading system will be activated, connecting merchants to a random place to trade. Transactions are in the form of barter, based on the fact that the resources of the two worlds are very different. In their eyes, gold and jewelry are something not as good as some gadgets such as chili peppers and go of course. What they like most is something unique to our world, such as chi and blood elixir or martial arts secret books. In countless transactions, I have been cheated many times. I got a lot of useless things. Then a guy who was talking to Shen Haoshan said to him, happy cooperation. Of course, I also cheated others. During the 2 years of trading, I also got a lot of good things. I got elixirs that can change the physical quality, a straw can improve my fighting style and a spell that weakens the enemy attack by half. Watches that can increase the strength of the body 10 times in a short time. Pendants that can instantly transmit things, and so on. Then Shen Haoshan said, some of these things are more reliable and have all kinds of magical effects. And some who designed such a big key charging pile. Master of change, come back after charging. Then Guy asked to Shen Haoshan, how can you match such a big key with such a small groove? Shen Haoshan replied to him, fortunately, once inserted, it will recognize the master for a lifetime, and it will always be my shape. Until the next person inserts it. Then Shen Haoshan knocked the door. His father said to him, come in. Shen Haoshan asked to him, you wanted to see me. Then his father said, recently your half-brother got an E1 certificate. I am going to bring him back. Do you have anything to say? Shen Haotian said to his father. Since it's your decision, I have nothing to say. Father said, very good. Then his father said, another thing, I heard that you fired several original employees, and arranged Shen Gang, Shen Yong and other confidants into the company, and recently, the company often has large orders following to sanction company, which has been closed down, embedding cronies, pocketing company property. Remember, as long as I die, the Shen family will be mine. Then he slapped on the face of Shen Haotian and said to him, you can take what I give you, but never covet what I do not give you. Then Shen Haotian replied to his father, I was greedy, I promise, it would not happen again. Father said to him, get out of here. Remember, you are not the only successful son I have now. Then at the next day, Shen Uncle Wu came toward the house of Shen Qian and said to him, I came here especially on the behalf of the master. Congratulations to the master Shen Qian for getting the E1 certificate. Shen Qian replied to his uncle, that, there is nothing to congratulate about. There are a lot of people in the Shen family who got the E1 certificate. I am not the only one. Uncle Wu said to Qian, we know that you are dissatisfied with what happened at the beginning, but please understand that the master also has his own difficulties. Shen Qian came in anger and said to Uncle Wu, I know that the heir of the Shen family is destined to attract the attention of millions of the people and every move will be noticed. Uncle Wu replied to him, right. So as soon as the master heard that you had become the warrior, he immediately sent us to invite you home. Then Shen Qian said to Uncle, it is just that if I go back, what will happen to Shen Haotian? Uncle replied to him, naturally, he will compete with you fairly. Then Shen Qian said to him, so, that is it Uncle Wu, thank you for coming here. Come on, eat the fruit. Uncle Wu asked to Shen, is that a yes? Next week is the master 50th birthday, when the master will personally announce the news of your return to the Shen family at the birthday banquet. Shen Qian replied to his uncle, do not worry, I will definitely go. Uncle Wu said, that is good, since you have got informed, I will go back now. Shen Qian said to him, I will see you off. After Uncle Wu has gone, Wu Qian came near to Shen Qian and said to him, your father is too snobbish. If you do not have the talent to cultivate, he will kick you eat. If you have the talent to cultivate, he will come to ask you to go back. Shen Qian replied to her, that is the kind of virtue my father has. A rich and powerful family has no family ties. When I was a kid my father said to me, I told you to cultivate. You have to cultivate who you make friends with. Who left you pay with those poor children? The old man has the Shen family in his heart. And there was no such things as father-son relationship. No, perhaps there is still a trace of father-son affection in his heart. My father said to me, from now on, you are no longer the young master of the Shen family. I will send someone to give you a 1,000 yuan a month for living expenses, so that you would not starve to death. Get out, Shen Qian said, it is just that this trace of affection is very weak compared to the great cause of the Shen family that he is carrying wholeheartedly. It is not worth mentioning. Then Wu Qian said to Shen Qian, anyway, with a family like yours, it does not matter if you do not go back. Then Shen Qian came in anger by hearing that and grabbed the apple from Wu Qian and said to her, silly woman, of course I should go back. If I do not go back the Shen family will be others. He began thinking that, the old man just wants me to go back and fight with Shen Haotian. I really do not want to go back. But those family properties cannot just go to Shen Haotian. I want them. I want to top up with that money. Then on next day in Shen Haotian house there were complete arrangements for the 50th birthday of the master. Everyone was very happy. Shen Gang was drinking and said, damn it. This red wine does not taste good at all. I will take you to drink stronger ones next time. Then two guys from behind the SHNE gang came toward him and said to him, Manager Shen is such a good drinker. Congratulations for being promoted to manager. You really are the confidant of Master Haotian. You are promoted very fast. Then people looked toward Shen Manager and other two guys who were talking with him began saying that these people are business elites. It is so disgusting that they flatter a country bumpkin. They are company employees and relatives, who are inextricably linked with the Shen family. They have no access to Shen Haoshan, so they can also flatter him. While on other hand a guy said to Shen manager, besides, he can become Shen Haoshan confidant. He is absolutely not an ordinary person. Then Shen manager pulled his tie and said, this stupid tie is so tight it suffocates me. While on other hand Shen Qian made the entry there and he was thinking that Zhang Zi and Li Ran should have stepped down long ago. Uncle Zi and Uncle Ran have worked in the Shen family for 20 years. Have they been dismissed by Shen Haoshan? While on other hand a guy was saying to Haoshan manager, yes, now the Shen family should be handed over to a young talent like you. Then Shen Qian from the back of manager said, hey, is not that Guden? Manager came in anger and asked, who is calling me by my nickname? Shen Qian asked to him, when did you change your name to Shen Gang and get promoted to manager? What, you got a problem with that? Then manager began smiling and said to Shen Qian, ah, it's Master Shen Qian. How dare I have a problem with you calling me that? Shen Qian said to him, I have not seen you for 2 years and you have been promoted to manager. It is not that I look down on you. Well, I do look down on you. You are not qualified to bow the manager. Then other guys also looked at Shen Qian and began whispering that, is not Shen Qian already expelled from the Shen family? How dare he come here and provoke Shen Gang? I heard that Shen Qian was expelled, and now he has got the E1 certificate, and finally he can return. Then Shen Qian came in front of his father. His father said to him, Shen Qian, with Master Haoshan here, do you think you can get the Shen family? You are dreaming. Thank you for coming my 50th birthday party. It's a great honor. I hope you can have a good time. Shen Qian said, I have not seen the old man for 2 years, and he has aged a lot. Now he really becomes an old man. Then Shen father said that, taking this opportunity, I have one more thing to announce. The child I expelled got the E1 certificate a few days ago. It's time for him to come back. My son, Shen Qian. Come here, boy. Shen Qian began thinking that, such good acting by an old man. Then old man declared that, now I declare that Shen Qian has officially returned to the Shen family. Then people began saying that, the news turned out to be true. Shen Qian really returned to the Shen family. The biggest problem of the Shen family is that almost all its warriors are hired with high salaries. Now it seems that the situation will change. Shen Qian and Shen Haoshan are 2 great geniuses, and the rise of the Shen family is unstoppable. But only one can be the heir. Who will be the heir of the Shen family? Shen father said, be quiet, everyone. I know everyone is speculating about the succession. I am here to ask you to be a witness. 2 of them will compete fairly. The person who first promotes to the Bloodmarrow realm will be the successor of the Shen family. Then a guy said to other one, is Mr. Shen trying to let us choose a side? Then other guy said, what is there to think about? Master Haoshan has already mastered Shen group. Choosing Shen Qian is a dead death. Then a guy said, everyone is not optimistic about Shen Qian. If I bet on She Qian and he wins, I will be on fire. Then other people around that guy began saying to him, congratulations in advance on your success. Yeah, he has potential. Go to work for Shen Qian. Then guy replied to all of them, I am just kidding. While on other hand Shen Qian was saying that, what is the old man doing? Does he really wants me to compete with Shen Haoshan? After the old man announced the news, he went to rest. If he was not feeling well, he should appear in the front of people. But with the old man character, after taking the medicine later, he should still pretend to be fine and come out to feast, right? The old man went back to his room just now, but I did not see Uncle Wu with him. Where did he go? Then people around Shen Qian began moving away from him. Shen Qian asked to all of them, are you kidding me? Am I such a loser? Why is everyone hiding from me? Then Shen Haoshan from the back of Shen Qian appeared therein. Asked to him, can we talk? Shen Qian asked to him, what do we have to talk about? Shen Haoshan said to him, do not you wonder why I suddenly turned from a loser to a genius? In the meantime, you just broke through the first level of body refining not long ago. You can be promoted from the first level of body refining to the 3rd level of body refining in such a short time. I am curious. Then they moved into the room for talk. Shen Qian said to Shen Haoshan, you said you did not want other people to know about our chat, so you went around the crowd and came to this remote room. But you have been saying some irrelevant since you entered the room. If you do not want to talk sincerely, I will leave. Shen Haoshan replied to him, do not be so impatient. Let's get down to business now. I wonder how a person can be unknown for a few years and suddenly make rapid progress. Could it be that this person suddenly got something? Shen Qian replied to his brother that, who knows? I have heard of a story. A loser picked up a ring. There was an old man inside, and the old man shouted. From then on the loser became genius. Then suddenly there was sound that, catch the killer. Shen Qian, you bastard. Shen Qina asked, what is that sound? Shen Haoshan said to him, do not run away. Shen Qian asked to him, what are you doing? Shen Haoshan said to other people who were searching Shen Qian, he is here. Then manager of the Shen Qian arrived there and said, Shen Qian, you beast, you killed the master. Shen Qian was very surprised by listening that and asked, what? The old man is dead. What the hell is going on? What is wrong with the old man? Manger came near to Shen Qian and said to him, the master called you back to the Shen family and helped you get rid of poverty. I did not accept you to hold a grudge against the master. In full view of the crowd, you killed him with one punch. The poor master spent his whole life in the business world, evading numerous plots. Who would have known that he would die at the hands of his own son? Shen Qian was thinking that, the old man has died. Then Shen Haoshan slapped on the face of Shen Qian and said to him, Dad, you drove out of the Shen family, it was his fault. But as his child, why cannot you just forgive him? Why did you do that? Then people around there began saying that, it turned out that he held grudge because he had been expelled from the Shen family. Then other guy said, Master Shen looks very kind. He must have some reasons to expel his son from the Shen family. Why does not this boy understand? Then other guy asked to him, what do you accept a parasite to understand? While on other hand Shen Qian was thinking that, what on earth is going on? Why do they say I killed the old man? I have been here all the time. Shen Haoshan said to Shen Qian, Dad let you return to the Shen family. He also has told me, even if you lose to me and cannot inherit the Shen family, I must make sure you live a good life. Then guy behind Haoshan said, it seems that Shen Qian had no confidence to win Shen Haoshan, so he made a dangerous move. Guys, that was today's video. If you enjoy, please like and subscribe to my channel. Take care of you.